It's the views, the booze, the fools. For baby mommy and daddy, we got all the tools. Real talk, Marv dropping all the new jewels. Cliff Rock, got it on lock. Open shirt, need a super flirt. Greedy gut, got a strut, still no butt. It's the views from the friend zone. We celebrate like we always in the end zone. Yeah, it's the views from the friend zone. We celebrate like we always in the end zone. Yeah, it's the views from the friend zone. We celebrate like we always in the end zone.
Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the Views from the Friend Zone podcast. It's your boy Real Talk Marv. Happy Sunday, y'all. We have, a lot of beautiful women in the studio making our show look a little bit better, so we appreciate that. We're going to start to the right. I can't even call Nichelle a guest at this particular time. She's a reoccurring. She's like, how the news sometimes they outsource to other news anchors to help them all the time, so you're like that kind of time. But go ahead.
Family,
Yes, family.
Hi, I'm Nichelle, a.k.a. Miss Snook. How's everybody doing today?
Hey, Snatchies. It's Baby Daddy Snatcher.
Yes.
Open shirt Poppy here, y'all. What up?
Yes. This is Baby Daddy Snatcher's second time on the show. If you watch the first episode, she's hilarious. No pressure. Just be yourself. But we got us cracking up. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. I hate to dwell on celebrity gossip, but it kind of all ties in, right? Because the celebrity things we'll talk about, the two relationships we'll talk about that's been in the news, kind of reflects on, how everything that glitter isn't gold kind of thing, We have the word of the summer, entanglements, you know what I'm saying? But then recently,
I think everybody.
and we don't know the clear details. So every time I mention it, I'm gonna say allegedly.
I'll
Y'all
piece
can
it
say
together.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want. But the whole Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion,
I want to know
who shot Meg,
Bang, bang.
why he shot Meg in the foot,
Harlem Nights.
why he didn't shoot her in the knees because she's known for her knees.
Wait, somebody
weird
put that.
questions
He was like,
that.
thank God they didn't hit her knees.
You know what I mean? Because Megan's famous for her knees. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
I'm happy
But
to laugh about it and she's okay, but
it's
oh my,
crazy.
that's
So
insane.
before we get into all that, how's everybody's summer going?
So
Quick.
far, so good.
Fast.
It's going very fast.
I looked up, it was like July. I'm like, oh God.
Every day's a Monday for me. I haven't felt like it's the weekend. I haven't felt like it's the weekday.
Same.
Is this crazy?
I don't know what day of the week I'm in or
That's
or the
quarantine.
year.
Ever since
Yeah.
the whole
Everything
pandemic,
is
every
like
day is
one big blob.
I haven't went out to no restaurant and sat nowhere.
I
They're
did
trying
once.
to charge people $500 to sit on the sidewalk and a
That's not the sidewalk. It's the
A
streets.
bump-
It's
a
the
bumpy
parking
in the
spot.
middle of the
It's
street.
a parking spot.
But
I'm
a
not
bumpy's
safe
right
Yeah.
there when we leave. But you charge me $500 for hookah and alcohol to sit.
on the curb.
You know what I'm saying?
Where the rats run around.
I
in
like the
gutters.
outdoor
I like
dining.
it. I've been everywhere.
I'm always to the outdoor.
Really?
See,
I don't
we
feel
See,
like
there's
safe
people,
everywhere. You
there's
gotta
people
get
who the
outside.
pandemic scares and the people's just
I'm
like,
not scared. I'm
I'm
like
not
in
scared.
between. I'm like I don't really care. Like I've been traveling to Florida and
See, I
things
got
of
my
that
library
nature.
mask
You
with
see,
the chain and stuff.
but
like that.
From Florida.
I mean,
You went
it
to
wasn't
Florida?
like I was on a beach in Miami. I was in
flew?
Florida. Yeah,
They
out of
let you
Newark.
back here?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
when
that
was
was
Who
2 weeks
said
ago.
you wasn't supposed to come back
2
unless
months
you...
or 2 weeks?
2 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
Nothing happened. I'm okay.
Well, you just
Right.
answered my question.
I mean,
because
that was like when I was
wanted
coming to
know
New
if I
York
could go.
City because I live upstate, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, you was in the city? Stop! No, you can't come out." I was like, "It's the same as everywhere. It's not like it's just
I was
one
out
city."
of
Fine,
town
you
2
live
weeks
upstate,
ago
it's
too.
fine.
Yeah, but when I would come down here and then go back upstate, people upstate was like, "Oh my God, you can't be going out to the city. You're gonna die. This and that." Like,
It's Florida.
I'm just like,
I was in
That
Georgia 2 weeks
But-
ago.
I think New York City
it
has
was-
the most cases.
Well,
did,
overall,
overall,
but
yeah,
now
it did, but we're doing good.
we got
We're going
Much
down,
better.
but at the
And
time,
they're
for like
going up.
2 to 3 months, it was
Yeah.
people was dropping like
Those
flies.
places-
It's crazy,
Yeah.
right? Like you want to be responsible, and at the same time, it's just like
You can't sit still for too
last
long.
show we spoke about that. That's like if you don't have any symptoms and you're not sick, then you should really wear a mask. But everywhere is requiring you to wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? Are we
I'm not
too
a
close to
mask
6
wearer.
feet? Is it good enough? If I don't spit on you, are you good? It's like so many moving parts.
Listen, 6 feet should always been a thing. I always say people standing too close to me. Do not get in my personal bubble. Back up. Do not
Yeah.
touch me. If you're breathing, I should not feel your breath coming out of your
Hot
nose.
breath
Like I
on
shouldn't
my
smell
neck.
you.
Yeah.
Back up. I hate people being so close to me. Like, back up.
Yeah.
How
Also,
you
like
do that in the club though?
With a club, I'm drunk. It's different. It's different. I'm drunk. I'm all over everybody. I'm all over
There's
strangers,
no
the
space.
strippers, the bartenders. I'm over everybody. It don't really matter. Oh my God,
And
you're so
that's
cute.
another thing, like you just mentioned the strip club, like with the whole corona and stuff like that. Like, how comfortable do you feel with the overexposure in the strip club? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
I ain't
touching
messing no
people,
club.
people walking around barely naked and stuff
I be
like
looking at
that.
people in the club like, how were they there? I
Trying to
have no
open?
desire to go.
In
I'm
Atlanta,
so,
they had a
Outdoor.
pool. They had a
Outdoor
pool
strip
inside
No,
the
they
club.
don't.
They got them.
No, they
Drive through.
They have
Drive
drive-through.
Well, what's the
strip
difference of
spot.
outdoors
Oh,
and
my
indoors? The indoors hold the germs in,
Yeah,
and the outdoors
well,
don't.
yeah.
I don't really get the whole outdoor thing.
I don't
feel
understand.
like we have viruses in the air all the time.
Yeah.
The flu is out, outdoors and whatever. But in the outdoors, it's more open space, so it's not just lingering, and you're on the move usually when you're
Yeah.
outside. So
Like, it gives a chance for it to blow around
So,
and
yeah.
air to circulate versus being in a bubble. It's like a culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just let it gestate.
yeah.
Right.
But is this so many moving parts, right? And they keep telling us to, oh, we need to let it die down. But how do we let it die down?
You just
A
have
cure.
to just, well, yeah, that's one thing. But
I'm
you just
sick of
have to
it.
just move and just try to get some type of normalcy again. Just be very careful. Wash your hands. Have the hand
Things you should have been doing
sanitizer.
anyway.
Things you should have been doing anyway, right? I think about the gas pump. How many years I've been pumping gas?
Girl,
without
the
using
gas
a
pumps
glove in
always.
the
I
first
hate
place.
gas pumps. I hate
Right?
banisters. I hate doorknobs. I hate
And
handles.
now, and now I'm
Let's
still
just put
using the
some
glove.
hand
Like, why wasn't I
sanitizer
doing
on
this years ago?
Afterwards.
I feel that way about anything you have to touch that most people all my
Right,
life. Like I used to
right.
kick the handicap button to get into like the mall and stuff. Like
Right.
with my foot
you was
because
ahead
I
of
don't
time-
want to
you
touch the
was ahead
hand.
of
I
your
Should
time.
have
hate
been
handles.
doing that, right?
Even now, my wife get on me like, yo, why you touching the front door with your hand? Why you touching the door into your building with your hand? You gotta like use your elbows and stuff.
Elevator
It's
buttons. Boop.
Right. For the
It's
elbows.
tough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or
at this,
knuckle.
Elbows.
At the same
Elbows.
time,
I
I
like
use
to
my
eat with my
knuckles.
hands and stuff
I
like
use my
that.
knuckles.
I'm like,
Yeah.
And I still be skeeved out using my hands.
Let me
to
tell
fry
you, we
stuff.
walk into the house, we spray our hands with hand sanitizer, and then we go wash our hands, and it's like extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wash my hands like 10 times a day and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I didn't even leave the house. It's just, you kind of have to program yourself, but then at the time, like, when does that end? You know?
You got to get back in the groove.
It's like you
Go
can't
to
even
the
escape
beach,
it.
but social distance.
Yeah.
Go to the park and have a little picnic, but kind of set yourself up, your little picnic area away from everybody. What else is there to do? It's not really much to do, but to go to
They
the
got
beach
drive
and
through
the park.
zoos now. I've seen a lot of people going to.
Well, Six Flags had this safari
safari
where
for
you used
years.
to get in your car, and you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to do that as well.
They have that open.
Oh wow!
All right, so let's before we jump into the topic, let's slightly discuss the Meg and Tory Lanez thing. Only because the show kind of is built more in the entanglements. We'll get more in depth like that. But the Meg and Tory Lanez thing was kind of fresh, so I didn't really have time to like prepare about that. But like, I'm just trying to understand. Like, we don't know all the details. Everything's alleged.
They were dating.
That's what they're saying.
I ain't
Because
even
she
know
said
they
she had a
was dating.
boyfriend, and she was always around him like during quarantine.
Yeah.
So
So
Ain't he like half her size?
he
I
is.
didn't
Yeah,
see
but-
somebody she was dating shot.
Huh?
Somebody she was dating shot her.
yeah. So, but my thing about it is just like how does it go from we're in the car,
Alcohol.
we're arguing,
Alcohol.
to I'm shooting you in the
You seen his
feet
quarantine radio?
twice.
He used to
Anger.
drink
I
a
never-
bottle of Patron during the whole show. I'm like, yikes.
Really?
A bottle of Patron.
Not Chase.
He's like, let's see how much and he would be like done with the bottle and smoking the whole time. I'm
And
like,
he's but
yeah.
so big, so the
He's
alcohol going
5'3".
through him.
They
Yeah,
said
he's
120.
tiny.
I died.
So then that makes
How is
the
he
anger
handling
worse.
Meg?
He was angry.
How
and
is he
that's why
handling
did it.
Meg?
That's
That's
what
what
I'm
I
saying.
want
You
to
know-
know.
When we
He put his
horizontal,
thighs.
when you get bent over the couch and stuff like that, you equate size.
be swinging.
You know what I'm saying? You only
Meg is a thick.
height only
big
matters when
woman.
y'all looking at each other face to face. But all them other positions, you know what I'm saying? You don't got to be that tall. But I don't know. To me, the toxic thing about it is just like like somebody you're dating.
I hope it's
You know,
not
That
true.
happens. The fights, the domestic violence.
I think it wasn't intentional. I think he
Maybe
might have been
She
trying to
said.
scare her.
She said
I think he was
he
trying to
did it.
scare
by
her.
He
pulling out
did
a
it to
gun.
harm me. He did it with the intention
Who
of
said
harming
that?
me. Meg. She didn't say. She didn't. She still hasn't said Tory Lanez, right? Because
She just
she a
talking
rapper.
about it,
She don't
yeah.
want to snitch and stuff like that. But she said the person did it with the intent to harm me. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was
But she could
situation
have
he
said
probably
that out
tried
of
to
anger,
scare her
though.
and shoot
Because
down.
I'm gonna be mad. I don't
He
care
was
whether,
mad.
no matter
She
what the
knows he was
situation
mad
was.
and
But
he was
what-
trying to hurt.
My thing is, you can call me everything but the child of God. And to be honest with you, I just as an
No.
adult,
not
I
gonna
laugh
Bro,
it off. I
I'm to
push it off.
understand. We're gonna get into the whole entanglement thing, but you gotta understand, dudes be emotional out here. August Alsina was emotional. He
I
was
get
hurt.
that.
Tori probably was hurt because she probably was like, "Nigga, I'm cutting you off."
I'm glad you
You
saying
know what I'm
that.
saying?
because
But you
everybody wants to
Tory
say that the
freaking
guys are
lame.
Emotional. They
That
get
don't mean
emotional.
nothing. That's Will freaking Smith.
No,
it
no.
can happen to
No,
anybody.
but I'm talking about. I'm
You
talking
Still got
about.
the same feelings and
This is
emotions.
this is another thing. They haven't been kicking it for that long.
But things pick up fast sometimes.
Yeah.
I saw dated somebody like
She's
6
a-
days ago.
Mom,
and I'm in
months and
love.
she's a savage.
I'm in at 60 days.
You know what I'm saying?
3 months is all you spend
That's
time with
especially with
somebody
them
all
as
the
you
time.
talking to them a lot, like that communicates, like you just grow a
You just-
super a
a
bigger
bond.
bond. Yeah,
It can
just like you
happen.
and a homegirl, y'all just get close because y'all been hanging out more or something like that.
I don't know, kid. I just feel like, to me, that is absolute. I can't fathom what she said, what she did. All right, let's just speculate. What do you think she said or did? That,
Yeah.
I know. You
Let's
can
get-
say
we-
things
we-
to provoke a
Give
guy.
us something that you
SMG
might
is
have
one of
said.
them.
She probably threatened to never speak to him again. That was enough. She used
Her
the
mouth is
knees. She
probably
talk about the
fire.
knees. She's
Yeah, she looked like she got a foul mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What do you
I
think
have
she
no
said?
idea.
some
I
people have
what-
a
what-
mouth
what do you
to
think you
provoke
could
you
say?
and to choke
Let's
them.
not have let's have one direction. What do you think can be said to you that would make you pull out a gun and shoot someone?
She
that you were
really let it
dealing
have.
with.
She was talking about everybody in his family, cursing him out, calling him all types of stuff. And I think she threatened to never speak to him again. And he went crazy.
And that's enough.
That's enough for a crazy guy that's drunk.
I don't know. I usually say like SMD to my guys, and they be ready to take my head off with a machete. So I know. They're like, what? I'm like,
She
I always
seems like
laugh
the
at
type
that.
I would
that
laugh
does
at that too,
that.
especially
I
coming
said
from
to
a
them, they be
woman.
ready to set the house
Coming
on
from
fire.
a woman, a man tell me that he really has a penis, so now I
Yeah.
feel disrespected.
Yeah,
You
but
don't have a
I know,
penis.
but they be so,
So,
mad. I think
suck
it's the
your
most
figurative
emotionally
penis,
that
and I'm
you're
supposed
both
to be upset?
arguing.
You never had somebody say something to you to provoke you, like nothing to make you just upset.
To be honest with you, like, if, and like you said, she's dating wasn't. To me, I had to teach myself. I've been a big dude all my life, so I had to teach myself that, you know what, things can bother me, but I have to think before I react, kind of stuff like so.
Self-control.
There's nothing you can say
I'm
to
learning
me
how to shut up,
that's
too.
gonna make it.
I'm just learning.
You
I'm
can-
getting
I'm
better.
lear-
You can get
I
me
am, I'm
upset, like I
trying.
want to
I'm
fight
talking
and
about,
stuff
like,
like that, but to
Girl, I'm talking about this relationship today.
pull out a
girl.
gun
I'm
and
like,
shoot someone,
Just shut up.
because
shut up.
also when you're a millionaire, okay, you have the money to fight things and stuff like that, but you risk so much.
But your anger. You
Yeah,
can't
but that's
control
you.
your
You have
anger.
self control. You don't know if he has that. And then
Maybe
you
he
just
was
said that
really
he drinks
liking
a
her.
lot, so he was intoxicated.
Yeah.
You definitely don't
They
have
was having
self
a good.
control.
They went live that night. They was all together.
And then the
partying all
anger
night.
gets
Yeah, they
involved.
was in the
Some people
pool,
are
Kylie
angry
Jenner and
drunks.
stuff.
Some people
all
are angry
good.
drunks.
Yeah.
So he
That's
became
true.
angry, and whatever she was saying, she was spitting fire. And that
But I
was
mean, he just
it.
had
I'ma
mad
kill
girls
you.
at his house twerking, so I don't understand how would they even be in a relationship.
You think they're gonna be back together?
But this is my thing.
Absolutely
There's
not.
no
If
way.
they
Why,
do,
why did they not get out the car until, was he taking her to the hospital on the way? Because they
I
got
know, 'cause
pulled
they was
over
still
by the
together,
cops.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's when they got out the car.
Yeah,
And
she
her
was
homegirl,
happy to
her
go to the
homegirl was
hospital.
in the back, right?
Another
jumping
girl,
out the car.
girl
You
jumped
shoot,
out that
you
was practically naked. I don't know what was going on. yeah,
They just
because
came
Meg
from
came
swimming.
out and like
It was a
but she-
swimsuit.
And another a girl come out and she was practically, they had to blur out.
Wait, I
what
gotta
was
I
going
think that was mad because you seen the little blood droplets when she was walking.
Yeah, Meg came out on the right, on the
I
driver,
only seen
passenger
one
side.
person.
Yeah.
No,
The
then the
video that I
girl,
had
there was
seen,
another
There's
girl.
another
person, she
girl
was, like,
practically
hopping
naked.
around,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
you
Another
could
girl
see the blood
practically
on the
naked
floor.
on
It
the
was
floor.
so much blood, like you could. It was like a helicopter shot.
They was coming from the drive-by strip joint.
That's why they
Girl.
were.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. To me, it's just crazy. But another thing, a point I want to make is like, yo, we really got to understand who we messing with. You know what I'm saying? Kind of understand the
I don't
nature
ever
of the person
underestimate anybody.
that you're dealing with, right? Because to be honest with you, going into that night, there's no way Meg thought she was ending that night getting shot by someone she's known. You know what I'm saying? Or it shows all the money you have in the world, you still have to secure your circle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even
Not
now,
even a circle. That was supposed to be. If that's her boyfriend, that was her man. Like, forget a circle. Like, it's supposed to be me.
So
So
he-
it was a
she
union.
trusted
Like,
him.
yeah, that's a union.
you know what I'm saying?
The two of us, like, it's not even like, oh, that's my homegirl. And, like, I let her in my house and she slept on my couch and then she
Well,
did
I
this. to me.
mean, listen, I've been in situations before
Mm-hmm.
where I could have been harmed by a female. I've made her
I've
that
been in those situations
angry.
too.
You've been.
I
I've
could've
made her
shot
that
somebody's
angry.
head right off.
Look at me. I'm like,
You know,
That's why he was like, what did
I
you
got,
say?
I got
I'm like,
stabbed with a spoon. Thank God it wasn't a knife, but
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I
that
ain't
was
never-
somebody who loved me.
Yeah.
But they was
Because your
intending to harm me
emotions.
because
Oh
we was
my
having an
God.
argument.
Mm-hmm.
And it can get there. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened in his case it was a gun.
I've dated women who I knew had that potential, but I never been in that situation.
Ooh, if I'm
Because
crazy
it's
like
your
that.
personality. You didn't bring the worst out of them, but you could date somebody. I've dated people that can bring the worst out of you, and then you date somebody that'll balance you out. You'll think twice. They won't.
You make it
provoke
upset sometimes, but
that.
it don't
It's
get to
in
that
you,
certain
it's in
level.
you, but it won't get to that level.
Yeah, it won't
You know
where
what?
you'll
You'll
be
be
you know what
trying
I
to
heard?
kill
him,
each
his
other.
mother,
Right.
and his brothers and sisters.
I've
and
dated
everybody.
people and they feel like they hated arguing with me because they feel like I always think I'm smarter than people. So then when I argue
Yeah,
with them,
what?
I make them look crazy.
You know
No,
how to
but-
defuse the situation.
But to me, it's just like, you know,
Make it look
I
crazy.
always try to be like, yo, I understand if I offended you, I'm sorry, but let's.
I would love my
Use
man to
all
say, like, you know what, baby, come here. Let me do something for you real quick.
sometimes,
Let me
not
take care of
sometimes
you.
an apology goes a long
Beyond
way.
that would diffuse
Just
a
to
whole
say
argument. Like,
sorry.
listen, I didn't
Sometimes
even mean
some
to
some
even do
people
that.
don't
It's
even.
like that's all
sorry.
you when you're arguing. That's what you're looking for in an argument.
Some
for the
people
man
just
to do
want to
that.
get theirs off.
You wanna
So
be
even if they
understood.
heard
No,
sorry,
because-
it wasn't enough.
No, it's a
Nah,
no.
it didn't close it up enough.
It
They still want
depends
to
on how
get
the
theirs
sorry
off.
is like, all right, I'm sorry. That's
No,
not a
that's
sorry.
Not a sarcastic.
Sorry
but
It's hard
changes
for
the
some people
whole
to
game. When somebody
apologize,
says
too.
sorry, then now that
And then
means
was-
you follow up where I understand. You want to be understood. Most of the
Exactly.
time when you're mad because they don't
You're not
understand
understanding
you.
me.
So even if you agree to disagree, if they be like, all right, I still don't have that same opinion
yes.
as you, but I could understand where you coming from or why you feel that way, and then y'all
Yep.
the person kind of calm down a little bit and you
Absolutely,
meet each other
that's all
halfway.
it
But when
is.
you have a guy and he don't say sorry,
That's ego.
Oh, girl, I
I
want to
try
throw his
my
mic
best
over
not
the
to
you was saying all that stuff she was saying to get shot in the
I
foot.
try my best not to go into arguments with ego because ego clouds everything.
Ego is the worst. Ego and pride.
I can't
oh,
remember
Lord
the last
Jesus.
time I
Yeah, pride
heard a
is
woman
bad.
tell me she was sorry.
What?
I don't know. Women had.
Women don't tell you sorry.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember last time.
I'm
What do
quick
they
to
do, though?
I mean,
apologize.
I'm usually wrong, but
I was
Okay,
gonna
just
ask
saying.
you.
what-
You know
I've
you're
been
sorry
wrong,
if you
too.
feel like you
I've
need
been
to be
wrong
wrong.
too, and I haven't heard a sorry in
quick
a
to
long
say
time.
I would say sorry.
I would say
it
sorry.
depends.
So let's get into the actual show. And the show is we're going to discuss myths. Myths in relationships, myths in perspective, myths in how people present themselves. The first myth is the myth of couple goals, right? Because for even Jada, J. Cole, I need a real love. I need that Jada and that real love, right? Now that
know
line
that's
sounds kind of
Don't say that.
stale,
You don't
right?
want to be safe.
But it's the myth of couple goals. We always aspire to these couples because what we see on the surface. It's like the iceberg. Sometimes you see this much of an iceberg on the surface, and you're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna run over it." Meanwhile, there's a mountain under the water, and that's what we don't see in relationships. That's why when I have made statements about their relationship, I was just like, "Yo, ain't no one tripping about the whole, quote unquote, Jada cheated on Will because we know Will's done did his thing."
Will said they were separated.
Exactly. It was the selection of who she chose,
Selection,
but
yeah.
we'll talk more deep about that. But
And
the first
person
question
willing to
is,
be-
the topic is myth or couple goals. One of the last couple goal images got tarnished with the whole August Gate, Will and Jada public incident. Is couple goals something you should look towards from others to provide to you? Do you still think that's something?
I never really looked at nobody's couple goals. I like drug dealers, and there's no like
Yeah,
famous
she
drug
said
dealers.
that last time.
So my couple goals would be like in a movie or something, not like somebody's
What is
actual
it that
real-
attracts you to?
I have
drug
no
dealers?
idea.
Paid in full.
Hustle.
What's
It's
his
like the
name?
sad
Hustle
zone, and the
mentality?
chicken just makes everything better. I don't know. The little drugs in the man makes the man. I don't know. And they gotta be chocolate and so drugs, and you know.
Nino Brown.
Interesting.
Yes,
Ace Boogie.
all
No,
of
you
them.
like Ace
Ooh,
Boogie.
Ace Boogie.
He's like, I'm different, man. I'm different.
God,
I'm
not
different. I'm different.
not Mitch.
So Michelle,
Oh yeah, Mitch.
Oh,
He
money
died.
making Mitch.
you tell us.
Yeah, Mitch was-
You tell us. Okay, so if couple goals are not necessarily something we should aspire to, just because we say couple goals and we don't say couple goals like we don't say grandma and grandpa anymore. We look to like celebrity to say couple goals.
Well,
So what do
Will
you
and
feel about
Jada
this
is
whole
the
myth
wrong-
of couple goals?
They're the wrong. I mean, in my opinion, not to them. Their relationship was already tarnished because everybody looked at them as having an open relationship. That's one. Remember? Then
Is
there
that
were
something?
rumors-
Is that something to say a relationship's tarnished about? If they
Because
love each
most
other and
people don't want an open relationship. Most people want commitment and loyalty. So look into that to make them their relationship.
monogamy and
goal.
loyalty to
That's
me,
not it.
I don't
right?
think
Well,
I don't think it's synonymous. Like you can not have a monogamous relationship and still be loyal to that person. It-
That's true.
What you mean?
You can
As long as it's
because-
agreed upon.
Yes.
You
So
cannot-
then
That's not being loyal.
So then-
though.
No, it is
How is that
loyal.
being loyal?
that what?
If y'all are in agreement,
Let's not say
if
loyal.
y'all are
You
in
can use another
agreement
word.
that we
That's
are
another
able to
word.
go outside of our relationship
That's not
and date
being-
other
Loyal,
people.
loyal means I betrayed
So
you.
that's what
and
Jada
I
and
acted
Will
in a
are.
way.
That's what they were. They were supposed to have an open relationship. There was rumors about them being swingers. So why now this whole red table talk?
Well, because it was
she's
also
sleeping with-
supposed to be, I'm sure, see, Will made the right decisions, clearly, because the women that he dealt with know how to keep their mouth shut.
Exactly.
And that type of
Oh,
talk
you
was
know what I'm
it
saying?
was
I've learned that
a
guys
show
don't.
anyway because it
Jada-
was just to clean it up to make it look good.
Yeah,
because
it was quick.
I don't even think the thing about it was she should have put Will on that she was gonna say entanglements, because I think Will got shot when she said entanglements, because Will's like,
He's like,
He's like, you
Just
gonna
call
stop
it what it
saying
is.
entanglements.
you know what I'm saying?
that was her way
It
trying
was
to
a
clean
what?
it up too.
But the worst part of that whole
because you don't
video
really,
was
that's
the
a
end.
hard thing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Talk with your man.
Yeah.
I have a relationship with some other guy. Like, that's already uncomfortable. Like, I admitted it, but why do we gotta drag this out?
The
I already
worst
said I
part
did
of
it.
that video was the end. We
Well,
ride
we
together,
together,
we
we
die
die
together.
together.
Bad marriage
No, we
for
lied.
life.
But they got
together.
that
Who
from
said-
Bad
oh, that's
Boys
the
for
clip-
Life. Though.
No.
But bad marriage for
I
life.
get it, but
That's
it's
the
a
message.
joke from Bad
Yo.
Boys.
That
Come on,
was
y'all
just
gotta
open-
lighten up.
And that's
That was-
why
that
they
was
have a terrible
mad
marriage.
awful.
And that's
Come on,
why
lighten up.
they shouldn't be anybody's
To
relationship.
be honest with you,
goal.
they didn't plan that red table out
very well. No,
very well.
It
You
was
know, so
terrible.
it kind of just came
And
out.
Will just did it just to do it because he didn't want to do it. You can see. he
But you
didn't
can
wanna
see
do
the
it.
hurt in him. That's what messes
Nah,
me
I
up.
don't
Yeah,
think
then
that
you
was
can
hurt.
say whatever you want.
That
You
was
can
hurt.
laugh.
You don't
Body
think that was
language.
hurt?
That
Body
wasn't hurt. He
language
was
is
pissed.
clear.
And he was pissed
Yeah,
that he
he
had
was
to be
like-
put in that predicament. He been clean doing what he doing, swinging and getting in his entanglements.
but
and
his-
he never got caught. And she come out here and all her dirty laundry get aired because she choose a little kid that
So you
don't
don't
know how
think
to
it-
have
you don't
that
think-
self-control in his emotions with the guy.
But you don't think you think it was just anger and not hurt? I don't think it, because no
Will
one.
ain't hurt.
We're all adults, right? So we're past the whole.
No,
he slept with
Will,
her.
Will
she
was
slept with
hurt,
her.
especially when she said, "I just needed to feel good."
Oh, I hated that.
I was
part.
like,
And she kept
I
stressing
could think
that.
of monster ball in my head.
She kept
I
stressing
just
that
needed
part.
to feel good.
She said, "No,
And
it's
he
been a
felt like
long
that.
time since I really felt good."
Yeah, so
I was
he's
like,
just
why
sitting
you
there
keep
like,
It's the
repeating
truth,
that?
though.
But you know, as a
That's a slap in
husband,
the face
you
to
know, as a
that
husband,
man.
how that
Still
felt.
had he should have made her feel good.
Listen,
He said, "I was done with you."
I don't
Like,
care.
they both was in a
Listen.
very bad place with each other. So I mean,
I don't care.
That whole they should have never aired. They should have.
You pretty much just say, "Oh, he made me feel good in the way you just cut it." That's like he's like, okay.
shout out that
That's what
moment.
it
That's
sounds
exactly
like.
Yo,
what she
shout
said.
out to my
That's
man
exactly what she
She
Jaffet.
said that. I
Jaffet
mean,
had
she just
posted
didn't
this a while
go
back,
into
and
deep
Jaffet
details.
was just like
I
this.
think he was just.
Jaffet had said, you know, he did like a reenactment, like a post of like what Will and then he said that Will said, so did you sleep with him? And Jada said, no, I just had an entanglement. He's like, well, entanglement, that don't sound that bad. I could deal with it. It's the presentation of it, right? I say that to say, a man knows if his wife step out, she did her thing, stuff like that. But it's how's it presented to him. To say that I just wanted to feel good. I haven't felt good in a long time.
Well, that
I'd rather her
She
say
should've said
we just
sorry.
we dated, we had a
She should've
relationship.
made him look good and said
Entanglement makes me think all kinds of other crazy shit. I'm like, was this some Mr. Black type of dark
Black?
You know,
room?
Mr. Gray.
Oh, Mr. Gray, I don't know.
Oh,
The
Grey's Anatomy?
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades
Mr. Black.
I don't know. They got the
What's
black
that?
one
They did a
too.
swoop. They did a swoop.
But I was like,
Mr. Black.
then my mind is gonna start to wander with entanglement. What were y'all doing?
Getting
What was
entangled.
it?
It
That
was
was a
tangling
bad
them
choice.
bad
Now I
Bad
took you
word
back
to
after
use.
this.
I thought it was great.
The songs
like
was
the
great.
words
I like
I love the
entanglement.
songs.
Everybody-
Because a lot of people been in entanglements
with
before.
August.
To me, it's just
They
I
had
don't,
me
They
moving.
Who
tearing
did
them
that?
up
They
with
didn't hear
me.
the song, the
No.
meme. They had a whole little
They
video
got the
for
guy,
it.
you know, Sway the remix
Childish
guy.
Gambino.
Childish
Sway the
Gambino
remix
was
guy.
dancing.
Yeah.
Entanglement with August. Entanglement. Entanglement.
Yes, I did.
Let's get
Yes.
because
That
you
was
said
hilarious.
something, and I
It's funny.
want to get back
I'ma
to that. I
send
want
it
to
to
get
you.
back to that
didn't see that.
because even though this wasn't the topic, so you don't think you could be loyal to someone without you guys being in a monogamous relationship?
That's just a weird word to put.
But you're not in a
Because,
commitment.
yeah, that's
You're
like...
you're loyal to
Who
the
made
the
this-
non-commitment. Like
Who
no,
made,
it's not.
who made this rule that monogamy is the ultimate
Only-
sign
it's the only
of
type of
loyalty in a
relationship.
relationship?
It's the
So
only
you're
way you
loyal
can
to the
be in a
dysfunction
relationship.
of the relationship?
Why is
No,
it
we're loyal
dysfunction
to
if
an
you guys are not
agreement.
monogamous?
Can you marry
There's nothing being done
multiple
behind.
people?
That
Yes, you can.
You can be
What
married
was
to
your
multiple people?
You know
It's
that
called polygamy.
that rule.
Are they married, like legally, go to the city hall and be like,
I
all
think-
right, I'm
hold on,
married.
Hold on,
can't.
hold on.
But that rule-
Don't go by government
Because
'cause
slavery
the
was
Jews-
legal.
The Jews don't
Slavery
get
was
married.
legal.
That's
The
biblical.
government,
People, I
they
think
do
there's
their
people
own
that's
little
getting away
personal
with doing stuff
ceremony.
like that.
That's
though.
biblical.
They
so
wrong,
it's like,
but they getting away with it.
Like,
My thing is
You're
that
right.
It's meant for
that whole
two
rule was
people.
put into place
It's
because,
wrong, but
because
they
of the
getting away
whole
with it.
thing that
the world started with
can
Adam
you
and
truthfully
Eve.
carry multiple households?
we go.
Oh, here we go.
Don't start me. You know I
She
can
said
go
the
there
world
with
started
you.
with Adam and Eve.
It was
It's
Adam,
only for two
Eve
people.
And Eve and Eve
But
and
she's
Eve.
right. She's
But
right.
that
I'm
whole
just saying. I'm not saying that.
the whole monogamy thing was put into place because can you carry multiple households? You need to be monogamous in this household because if you can't take care of this household, you can't be out
Yeah.
philanthroping, doing all this other stuff, and not taking care of household.
That's a system.
and
That's
that's
what I'm
and that's a whole nother thing. To me, it's dated because if we're going by and I'm not
I'm not
atheist,
sharing. I don't
but-
care.
But
But I don't care what
if
you
we
wanna
go by
do,
the Bible,
but it's just
Not
weird.
sure.
What do
if we
you
go by the
want
Bible,
to?
a lot of things that
And
they
I'm
used
not
to.
being loyal to no commitment like that.
That's
of a
not for
group
you.
of us.
It's not for
That's-
everybody.
I know
But
people
you
who's
can't
in those
say
type
it's
of
not
relationships,
loyalty.
But they really don't ever work out because somebody gets jealous. Either it's the other girl or somebody's going to get jealous. And then
Yeah,
it happens.
open relationships never work. Like that movie. What's the movie? One of my favorite movies with Ashton Kutcher. I always say his name wrong.
Ashton Kutcher?
And then Friends with
Kutcher.
Ben. Well, yeah,
Something like
I
Coochie.
don't know how to say that.
Ashton Kutcher was
Ashton. And then Justin Timberlake, the Friends with Benefits.
That movie
Everybody
Mila
started
Kunis?
off thinking they can handle it. We got this. No emotions involved. We just gonna be friends.
Somebody
and the next
gets
thing you know,
involved.
somebody in the bushes stalking the other one.
Yeah.
Somebody going
What movie
crazy.
is this?
I love those
Friends with
movies. You
Benefits.
didn't
It's a
see
movie
that?
that
movie
came
was
out
so
like
funny
2000.
when
Mila
Yes,
Kunis?
yes,
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
end of the
yeah.
movie,
Oh
they
yeah,
wind up
but
going
Ashton
crazy.
Kutcher wasn't in that, was it?
I don't think he was.
He was
It's
in the
just,
other one. I can't remember
Justin
the name.
Timberlake.
Okay, I saw
That's
that
Friends
one.
with Benefits, but
Yeah, I
his
saw that
is
one.
good. What's the name of it?
I don't know.
Well,
All right,
Ashton
so
Kutcher,
to
I
not
don't know.
completely
I know, we gonna know.
detract from it, loyalty and monogamy doesn't mean the same thing, right? Because to be honest with you, when you're in a relationship for a very long time, some people just like all that we build and stuff like that. Am I going to let the fact that my spouse, and as a man it's tough, right? Because men ego never allows it, but it's just like we come to agreement like there's rules we have. Because there's rules to the game, right? There's certain rules. Don't disrespect me. Don't bring it to the house. Don't bring out no outside babies. Don't bring me home
That's
no
my point.
diseases.
Like, there's so
No,
much-
but hear me out. There's also
So where did the
there's
loyalty lie?
I don't agree with.
no,
Marv
but
right
my
now.
thing
I
about
mean,
the
I
loyalty
get-
lies because some people don't want to break up all that they built.
And that's fine. Like if you
Just
have
because some
financial
relationship, then
reasons?
you
No,
can
but
have
financial
that.
reasons,
But I don't
whatever.
See the,
Because
I don't-
sometimes-
we just loyal. Us four is loyal to each other. You can't sleep with nobody else, and you
But
can't. It's just us
there's
four.
some couples who've been together for 20 years.
That's a
Yeah,
hot
I
funky room.
There's some couple who's been together for 20
Can you
years,
imagine
and
the
one
smell?
That's
spouse.
shades of gray right there.
Hold on,
What's
hold
the
on.
black?
It's
what's
one
the show?
spouse
That's
who's
a
no
lot of
longer
different scents
who's
in
no
one
longer
bed.
into
50
no
Shades
longer
of Grey.
into sex anymore. No, physically feel like I don't want to have sex anymore. I'm not into it. It doesn't feel good and stuff like that. But I love you. I don't want our relationship to end. I know that's a need that I can't meet for you right now. But at the same token, I no longer sex doesn't feel good to me. So do you destroy a 25-year-old relationship because one spouse said that they don't want to have sex, or you adjust the relationship to say, you know what,
I would
you can do
adjust,
certain
'cause
things.
it's my man.
You adjust.
Think that's
You
what
have
you're
to make
telling me,
sure-
so you
have
want me
make
to-
changes
But that's
in
what-
the-
How you gonna
in the
adjust?
sex life.
I mean, you attempt to adjust, and if it don't work out, then
Every
it don't
open
work out.
relationship doesn't mean that one person out here is being a complete slut in the streets. There's rules to why open relationship. But every
You trying to
couple,
say J-Lo's is a complete slut because she slept in
no,
August?
no.
Who you talk about? That
Listen,
was shady.
The only issue, the only
You can't
issue.
be a complete slut whore on the street like, damn.
Because every time people hear open relationship, people hear that there's 300 people outside of the club waiting to get in. That's not the case. Sometimes certain situations where relationships happen where it's just like,
That
you know
mean
what?
You just
I-
sleep.
Y'all need to break up. Then you can't just be sleeping and saying you don't want to have sex with the person anymore. And the reason why you having those feelings
What
is
if our
because
relationship
you
is
sleeping with
perfect?
everybody else,
Every
and
other
you
aspect-
putting it
too
on
much,
you,
too
and you
much.
enjoying the other woman
Other
more than the one that
options.
you was
Yeah,
with.
'cause that
when
I
you
come
should have
home,
been
he's-
focused on the
No
one
one
that you
said that an
already
open
had.
relationship is easy. It's just a saying
That's-
it doesn't
it
it doesn't
creates all
tie
those
into a
problems
lack
that
of
wouldn't
loyalty.
happen if
Because
you were loyal.
anything I tell you like, yo, this is what I'm gonna be doing and stuff like that, but I'm always gonna come back home. Home is always first. I'm loyal to you. How's that not loyalty?
There's no lies being told.
You are a
This
That's
damn-
loyalty.
Listen, this woman, whoever we choose, or this man, in certain people's cases, will always know who you are. Will always know that you are my priority. Always know where home is home, and always know that if they do decide to get involved in this entanglement,
And then
that,
here comes August Alsina. Yeah, we had relations. And then that
Right.
happens.
August was a
Yeah,
terrible
that
choice
happened. He was
because he had
terrible.
mental issues.
But you don't know that was gonna happen when you're in a relationship with somebody. You think like you got
He's
loyalty
young.
with somebody.
But no, but this is the
young.
thing
Younger
where
have nothing. What is he,
Jada
26,
messed
27?
up.
He's not that young.
You and her and Will
Compared
both
to her,
said,
he is.
her
Maybe if
and
he was
Will
with an
both
older guy, he
said
probably
he
would've kept
wasn't
it
in a
secret.
good space.
When he came around,
He
was
had
sick.
issues.
He was
And-
mentally.
Yeah,
Okay.
they wanted to help him.
We're gonna talk about it later,
In the
but-
midst of her helping him, she helped herself and took advantage of him.
She was his life coach, like they was saying, whatever.
yeah.
I felt like if she would have dealt with an older man, he
She
would have
wanted
kept
to
that
feel
secret a
good.
little
I don't
bit
know.
longer.
Exactly.
It depends on the person in general. I don't care how old. I'm pretty sure she done. I don't know. I can't say that, but like.
I'm pretty sure.
Go ahead and say it, homie. She has some more
I'm
entanglement.
pretty sure.
Say it.
I'm pretty sure a part of that open relationship, there was certain ground rules that Jada broke messing with August. Not saying just having a side person, but
Why?
having
Because it wasn't an issue until August said
No
something.
R&B singers,
So,
no rappers,
Listen,
no.
it wasn't an issue until he came out and said something. So they
Will was
got that
already
together.
insecure for years
So
because
clearly-
of Tupac. He could
Yeah.
never be Tupac. And he knew how much Jada loved Tupac.
But thank God not thank God, but for
If
his
he was
sake,
alive, that would
that
have been
he's not here.
entanglement.
Yeah,
'cause he
I don't
would be
think Will
around.
would be around.
Somebody would
I
have
would
been
have
shot.
smashed Tupac all day. Nose earring and
Oh, come
Everybody
to
loves-
me.
Oh, my
Hail
God.
Mary.
So
Yes.
before we move
Quickly.
on,
Eyes.
What do we have here
Yes,
now?
goodness.
Couple
Oh,
goals.
Jesus.
She said that hoodness.
Did he sell
That's a
drugs?
character in
Was he a
this.
drug dealer?
He looked like one.
Oh, Tupac was an
so
actor. He
before we
wasn't
move
even
on,
as
couple
thug as
goals.
you
Is that
think.
No.
something? Is that something we should continue
He
to?
was going out guns blazing, all type. Oh,
No, he
Jesus.
wasn't really.
Telling you, he was more of a poet.
I would gargle
intellect.
him.
He was more of an intellectual.
She said I would gargle him.
I would.
Wow. Anyway,
So what about the guns?
I missed that part.
I didn't even hear that. Whoa. Whoa.
let's get back on track. So
R.I.P. Pac.
couple goals.
You,
Should
Oh,
we
my Lord.
should we
Couple
retire
things.
that whole theme of couple goals and just realize that every journey, every walk is just everybody's journey and walk?
I don't think so. I think you just pick better couples.
'Cause it's too cosmetic.
Don't do. First of all, don't do people who you only really see at a distance.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be couple goaling relationships of
No couple
entertainers
is
just because they
perfect.
might have been together for many years.
Yeah.
That's great they stay together, but I know a lot of people who stay together with people for many years and are miserable.
Yeah.
All right. I would say if you have a couple goal, let it be people who discuss their relationship. You see the good and the bad in it. You know what I mean? And they you can see how they constantly a work in progress.
Yeah.
Like, nah, not
She
Bobby
always
Whitney.
shoots the wildest.
Easy.
Last time she was here, she
That is
said,
a terrible example, but they are the funniest
Keisha,
couple ever.
I think it was Keisha and Tommy relationship from Belly. She
Yes,
has the,
I love
the-
them. Guns
But-
blazing.
all right,
Can I say, wait. No, I don't think that we should look to other couples for couple goals. What you said, relationship goals, couple goals. Every relationship has its own uniqueness and its
Yeah.
own purpose.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why you two linked up and connected.
Yeah.
So you can't look to other people's relationships and try to mimic and mirror that.
You
You can
can't.
admire it. You can like the good qualities that
I can
they
like a
have and
picture.
learn from
Oh,
those
that
good
was
qualities
cute.
to implement it in your, in your relationship to try to make things better.
Yeah.
But I think everybody just needs to embrace who they are with and the uniqueness of what you bring to the table.
So no
that
couple
relationship goes. I
Yeah.
think we social media. And
I'm
everybody,
glad, 'cause you remember-
we take that too
You
far.
have-
You
Yeah.
remember was it 2 years ago that was like the hottest hashtag couple goals,
I
couple
just-
goals,
And
couple
it
goals.
was
like
cute.
a month ago.
It's catchy,
But
but,
with me,
it's not
babe.
realistic. Why you link up with so and so, even if it's just for a season and you stay together for a little while and not long term, there's purpose for that connection, and you just gotta embrace what you have and stop looking at everybody else. We want to be like Will and Jada. We want to be like Gabrielle Union. And,
Be happy,
Dwayne Wade.
be
people
healthy, and be consistent with yourself.
Right.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
people
All this
also
other
say
stuff
that
is
because
crazy.
just they are like happy for their happiness sometimes. Like I was like, oh, like that's cute. Or them two together, that's cute. Like
Yeah,
couple
that's-
goals. But I don't want to. I don't want a relationship like that. I'm happy that that's your goal, right?
I
That's
think
not
they
my
mean
goals.
it literally.
And
Yeah.
then
And
we
we
talk-
need a new hashtag then.
I don't literally mean couple goals, but I mean couple goals.
It sounds like we're saying
You wanna
we
be
want to
like
be
them.
like them, or we want a
With that
relationship
relationship,
like that. And it's cool to admire it or be proud of what they
God, y'all look so
accomplish
cute
and everything.
together.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
we
happy
did a cute date night.
that they're happy,
Oh.
but you don't want to.
I don't want to be them. I don't want to be
wanna
nobody.
like that. Like we good over here. What we got going on, you know? So. I don't like
So the
that
next
new
question
hashtag.
is: Do you feel entanglement was Jada not coping or copying to her situation truthfully?
No, I think she was, but at this point, Can you imagine having to admit to your husband and now the world that you had a relationship with somebody that was
You
your kiss?
brought it to the red table.
But she had
She always
to.
talking
She
about
had
you
to.
got to be real with yourself.
Exactly. That's why
if
she
you
brought
watch
it to the
red table
table,
talk,
and
and then you
that's why
start
she
this
brought it to the table.
entanglement.
But
We had
because
an
it's just like
entanglement.
she admitted it, like she went deep, like she even said she ain't feel that good in a long time, and basically he did that for her. So that's a lot to admit, and first of all, like to deal with, just to say to your husband. Now you saying it to 12 million viewers, just like it was an entanglement, like you're admitting it, but it's hard. You don't want to just feel like you hurting your husband. Your husband is asking you these questions, and you're just saying blatant, say, yeah, I got dicked down by some young boy we was having in the house with the kids. Like that's what you want her to say. What's she supposed to say? She tried to make it
advocate for being honest.
She tried to keep
She
it clean and
pushes-
cute.
She did try to clean it up. She pushes being open and honest. That's what
That's
her red
the
table
that's
is
the
all
word that
about.
kills me. The red table.
So she should have been her.
And she said
Her using
relationship.
that word was definitely a cop out of her
Yes,
trying to use
yes.
a nicer
No
word to make it
transparency
not
at
sound
all.
as bad as it really is.
Thank
A
you,
fair
Michelle.
is
I
a
don't think
fair.
so.
I'm glad to hear
And-
because women are just like, so what? Entanglement.
Yeah, I'm
But
so-
it wasn't
I'm
an
not saying
affair
so
if
what.
they
Well,
agreed
right,
they
you're
both were
right. But if
separated.
it's an open relationship or whatever,
You know?
it's kind. That's why I think the whole thing is just stupid. But I really feel like her red table was pushed to have everybody be open and honest and open up. I don't think that she was honest. She just tried to find a nicer word to use to clean up her mess.
I'm
Well,
gonna
but she
I'm
said
gonna go the
there's
other
other
way.
things.
I'm gonna go the other way
Okay.
because, and I think Jada said what
A
she
lot of
had to
hard
say
things to
because
say.
that might have been just what it was. Maybe it wasn't a relationship
Because you get into
because
things of
you
your
deal with
relationship.
somebody. I don't know. They were sleeping together. Okay, I don't know if they were actually going out on dates. It could have just
It was
been
on a
a
red carpet picture.
fuck buddy type of
Really?
thing.
They was out in public.
Yeah,
Right?
they one
He
picture
got
together.
pictures
Yeah.
of
On
them.
the
And
red
stuff. They got
carpet.
mad pictures
So
together.
okay,
So wait,
if she
Will
never
knew
agreed that
about
it was
this,
a
and they just
relationship
had
though.
to do this thing because they try to cover up this foolishness that
Will-
August came out
Will-
with that
Will was-
statement.
Will's not
picture with her.
surprised.
They been new.
Will's not surprised when August spit stuff like that. Two things happened that really hurt Will. Is this like the whole messiness stuff like that? Young boy saying that Will gave
Him
him
permission.
permission to smash out. Will's just like,
Oh
she-
yeah, I
maybe
forgot
that was a
that
nicer
part.
way of
She said
saying,
only I
like-
could give permission to do something like
And
that.
she didn't like
and
that
everybody
part.
was mad that she said
I
that.
didn't know
She said,
August-
but it's the
August
truth.
said that?
And if it was Will,
He said that in
it'd
his
be the same
interview with
thing.
Angela
She didn't like
Yee.
that. I
She
saw
did.
that.
That
That's
Will.
my pride too. I'd have felt that like nobody.
And-
everybody should
And
sleep with whoever.
she said that the miscommunication he had was that he was in a home wrecker, which he wasn't because, like they said, they was on the break and stuff like
Yeah.
that. My thing is the whole entanglement kind of thing. Coming from who she is, who she represents, what her Red Table Talk brand has been. Because Jada has two careers, right? There was Ratchet Jada who did the younger movies and stuff like that.
I
and then there
love
was
her.
And then Jada did this evolution
older,
of being,
Well, she became a
seasoned
mother.
woman.
yeah, more seasoned and talking about, the greatness of
She was
Tupac
young,
and stuff
from the
like that.
hood.
She became
So,
a mom.
you know.
So,
So I
she
get that, but her key thing is transparency. This whole entanglement kind of thing, and even Will had to call her out on it. And
What
she-
is, can I look it up? Did you ever look it up? What exactly
It's
does
like a-
entanglement
I
mean?
know what it is. I
Web
looked
of-
it up.
I didn't
What
I
does that
looked it
mean?
up. It's right for what she chose. She used a good word. She just used
Oh,
a
so
nice
it
If you
word.
want, we'll keep talking. You could
It
pull up
fit.
the Google
Google it.
website
There's
or
two
whatever.
definitions.
But my
Just
thing
two.
about it
I never
is-
heard the word before, but I knew what it meant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But my,
It's- it
my
was-
thing
it's-
is with the whole entanglement, dressing up as an entanglement and stuff like that, and to me, it's just like I just didn't feel she doesn't owe us an apology, right? Because that's her business and stuff like that. The problem was that young boy August, who I completely don't have respect for the way he handled it, but people saying he has mental health issues and we have to give him a pass and stuff
I mean,
like
but that's
that.
his truth. So I don't
That's his
feel
truth.
like that's not fair that he can't speak his truth. I mean,
As a man,
you should
They
have
keep the secret.
when men kiss and tell, I lose respect for them.
When anybody lose kiss and tell, lose respect. So it's just like,
But-
you shouldn't have did it in the first place, and you would have been in this position.
Yeah, but to me, I just felt like it didn't feel transparent. That whole Red Table Talk thing, I think they
I
felt
just
it
feel
was
like
going to
that's
be a
like,
win.
you know, like
They
say for
staged
instance,
it.
when my boyfriend, God forbid, my
staged
boyfriend
it.
cheats on me and the girl calls his phone, call her back and let her know that you my man. That's basically what she was just doing. Like, hey, yeah, I can't talk to you no more. Like my girl, I got a girlfriend. Like, but then you're gonna go right back around and talk to her. It's like the same thing she just did for us, but she just did it publicly. It's just like, hey guys, yeah, I kind of messed with him, but like, that was more for Will So their relationship could be okay, I feel like.
But when initially came out, she was just like, no, this is not true. This and the other.
No,
stuff
the
like
people they said her
All right,
people
so
were
this-
saying that.
This is
She
what I
didn't
got.
say that.
This is a romantic entanglement. It says, what is another word for romantic entanglement? Noun, a romantic or sexual relationship between two people who are not married to each other. Love affair.
Oh, well, it's
That's it.
perfect.
The love
That's the
affair.
word she used.
He was in love with her.
Yeah.
Now maybe she wasn't in love with him. That's why she like.
I think she caught feelings.
That's normal.
I'm sure she made him feel like she was in love with him.
to feel
But-
good.
No, because if she was, then she wouldn't have just went and jumped right back to Will.
As a husband.
But they wasn't really broken
Right.
up. They were just
They were
separated.
separated.
He was like, I was done with
Let
you.
me just
Yeah,
take
I
30
know.
seconds. Let me take 30 seconds real quick for the two men in the room to just discuss it. As a husband, right? Because there's certain things like you could get past the cheating and stuff like that if you're in that committed relationship, but the whole I just want to feel good. He make me feel good and feel good for a while. You as a former husband, how do you deal with that?
When she said that, I'm leaving the red table.
I would have flipped that motherfucker over. Party done.
And the way
done.
she said it, it
Party
was just like,
done.
I just wanted to feel good.
She
It's
kept
like you could
repeating
feel her. when she was
Like
saying
what have I been
it,
doing
know?
with you for the last
It's not
20
like she
something
said, I
years
just-
we've been
it's not
together?
she was like, I just wanted to feel good. She said it like she flashed back for a minute. So
Like,
when it was
like
like,
she was flashback, August Peter slapping her in the head and shit like that.
He
And
had
Will
big
sit-
pics.
Will
It was
sit there
big
like this.
ones. He had big
Yeah,
pics.
everyone's seen the August pics and
Yeah, they kind of
and
it goes
kids
to
and
the
stuff
goes
like
to
that.
his hip.
That's what
It goes
makes
like
it feel.
to the hip.
That must make it feel worse. No, because
It wraps around the hip.
I don't know about that.
Just gonna
But
let you not put that
know,
out there.
People share those pictures, and my thing
I
about
can't
it,
handle it, but God bless little Jada.
but my
I'm
thing
running out the
about it
bedroom.
is just like, you know,
And you so
To-
petite like her too.
to me,
Girl, I'm running.
to me that's the kind of thing that hurts more so than the actual cheating and stuff
What?
like that. Because men are ego driven.
Uh-huh.
That's what made Will look the craziest. Two things: one, that August said that he gave the go ahead, and two, the whole I just want to feel good and stuff like that. If you watch Will's reaction, it was just one of those I gotta
knock
take
her head
I
off.
gotta take it on the chin
But
kind of thing.
Jada,
But
it's
was
weird
pissed.
because she used entanglement like she wanted to minimize what she
Ugh,
was doing
she wasn't
and the
minimizing.
results.
Yes.
But then she said, I just wanted to feel good, which was like a gut punch.
Mm-hmm.
So in one instance, you trying to minimize the pain you caused by, telling me this as your husband, and then you're going to come right back with that?
Because what if it's
Like,
not
I
a
don't need the
relationship? What do
explanation.
you call it? It's like it's not a relationship.
She
but
didn't
it's
need
like
to
a-
explain it, first of all, if they were separated.
Well, she
or
do
why
now
she
because
did it.
August
You know what I
Alsina
mean?
made it
She
the
should have
world's
just said my
business.
relationship with August at that time or something like that.
But what if it wasn't?
But
Because I've been with people. I'm like, do you
I don't
have a
claim you,
boyfriend?
but you
I don't
claim
know.
me.
Messing around
Yeah,
with
like
Messing around.
whether you married or not, it's just like I don't think that was like my boyfriend. Like, okay, we was cool.
We just mess with each other.
Yeah, like
We was in
I
an
enjoyed your
entanglement.
company.
yeah, literally. So you don't have it. She found a word for that.
Everybody's gonna use
so you
that
was
now.
good when you heard that. The first time, keep it a
I
buck.
didn't see nothing wrong with what she said.
As soon as
I
you
thought
heard
it was
entanglement,
funny.
the first time you watched it, did you just be like, okay,
I was like,
that sums it up?
You was
I
in
don't
there?
know.
Even
It
her
was-
husband was
it
just
was,
like,
I
yo.
repeated it after I heard her.
And when
say
he
it.
said
Everybody
something-
repeated it.
Entanglement. That's the first time I heard it. That's what I did. I said entanglement. What? And
You wanted to know
why-
more.
It was when
It
Will
was like
brought it
it
back
left-
up.
Yeah.
That's what made me think
It's
about
a
the word.
that you
Another
just
thing
never
is
hear.
though, we gotta also, Jada allowed us, and I'm gonna be guilty of it, to come at August crazy. Because when August came out, I'm telling you, a lot of people look for answers. There was just like, oh no, they didn't do a public release, but they had responses from her. She's just like, no, this is not true and stuff. Even during the story that we discussed, she said her and August hasn't speaking in 4 years, and he was on her show 2
Yeah,
years
then
ago.
she ain't lying.
So she was
lying.
backpedaling a lot.
A lot.
So for the queen of transparency, she moved funny in the way that she
We have
handled that
no
situation.
respect for that red table anymore.
I mean, I'll still watch it, but
She's
then I'm also
human.
gonna be like,
You can tell I'm a Will
Like,
fan,
they-
right?
I want to see. I
not
want to see.
Jada.
I
But
want to
then
see
Will
Willow.
fan.
I want to see Willow and
You can tell.
what's the boy's name?
Team Will.
The
Jaden.
son. Yeah, I want to see their response to it.
That's
They're
another
not gonna
thing.
say nothing.
And to be
But
honest
Willow's
with you,
part of the red
They
table
all
talk.
probably
Right?
knew
Why wasn't her and the mom there too?
Yeah.
Just Will.
because that's a grown up relationship. That's a grown up discussion.
but you know what?
you know,
another.
You want your kids in the room while you talking
I
about you
wouldn't
have
personally,
relationships with
but
people?
and that's part of the show. The show is
Honestly, I don't
her
really
mother.
watch the show.
Willow's usually there with the grandmother and Jada, and
It's
they
the three
get
of 'em.
heavy and deep. With
But don't get it
conversations
twisted.
with her.
That's why a lot of
I
times
see them talk about sex and things.
they do talk. They,
With
they don't
Willow.
go into detail like I give head with the double twisty kind. They don't do nothing like
With
that.
the what?
But
With the what?
The pepper shaker.
The pepper shaker? Oh,
anyway, but
You don't do that?
but
So a drug dealer?
the problem is a lot of times that's what's really killing Jada for me in the odds. Is Jada will ask hard questions from people, and then when people don't give her the answer that they want, she always like, it's part of healing. You got to be transparent. This is the language that she used, and then she gives us fluff with the entanglement.
that
It's
was
sort of
not
like,
fluff.
Who do you think is gonna get the interview? Who's gonna interview her first? Let Charlamagne get her. Let.
now Charlamagne already
Gayle
spit
King.
fire. Nah, but Charlamagne already spit fire about toxicity and mental health and stuff. Like he already did a
Yeah, but
statement.
he said
so
that
she's not.
she took advantage of.
Yeah, it's
You know
over.
what
It's
word I hate?
overused, but
Actuality.
it sticks.
Really? I like that word a little bit.
Look, we
It's
gotta
overused.
listen to Mark.
No. All right, so the last question on this topic, right, is open relationships in the public eye. Does it work or leaves you some more scrutiny?
I don't know. I've never been in one, so I can't really judge.
To be honest with you, once like okay, I've been married for 11 years, right, and then once you're married for a long time, you have an idea before you married of what marriage is supposed to be. The first 5 years, you kind of be like, are we hitting targets? Are we hitting goals and stuff like that? And then after a while, it's just like, yo, I'm committed to this person. I'm not going to like this person every day. There's going to be times where it's just like, yo, we want each other's space. So I get that. My thing about it is we have to kind of stop allowing society's rules for what a relationship should be define our personal relationships. Like I said, I have no problem that Will does him and Jada does her and stuff like that. My issue is the person she chose, how she let him in. I understand that you didn't expect that you was gonna be sleeping with the maid, and all of a sudden now you're sleeping with the maid. Kind of you don't
Things
kind of choose.
happen.
Things happen. But my thing about it is just like you have to kind of think about like, you know what? Okay, how close the person is into the circle. Like, forget that she's 21 years older than him. I don't care, stuff like that. Is he's mentally broken? He was your child friend and stuff like that. He went on family trips with them and stuff like that, and then you start sleeping with them. It's crazy. To me, it undermines a lot of what she's been trying to accomplish the last couple of years, telling us to go get healing and doing it the right way, and you know, therapy is okay and stuff like that. And then you kind of mess, like, yo, that's your kid's friend.
Right.
Imagine if Will was banging one of Willow's homegirls.
Oh,
They
yeah,
would've
they
ragged
talked
him.
about that.
We'd look at him
They
like
would've
he was a
tore him up.
monster.
They
It couldn't
would've-
have went down that way. Yeah, I mean, it just
With this
yeah.
Me Too movement on top of that,
it would have been crazy.
it would have been crazy.
And
my
I don't know
thing
how the
about-
kids
she's
is looking
not
at
old-
Jada, but yeah, if it was the roles were reversed and that was Will, one of Willow's friends, yeah, he would have been destroyed.
I get it.
He
and
would have
she,
been
I get it. I
destroyed.
get it. She see a young boy rapper and stuff like that. She likes his young flash. Maybe Will hasn't made her feel young and attractive like she used to. She's cool. It's who you brought into the fold, into the lines there. And to me, that's where the loyalty is not there. I don't care that they agreed that they can sleep with other people as long as it don't get messy. We've heard Eva Mendes. We've heard Margot Robbie, different women that Rosario Dawson at one time, Rosario Dawson that Will supposedly
It was
had
rumored.
encounters with and stuff like that. We've heard that, but it kind of get brushed to a side because it's always kept with respect. This situation, why it bothers me, is just
Kept
like,
it
yo.
cute. Yeah, I got the dick, and I'm gonna keep it moving. Thank you, Will.
But
Woo-hoo.
we also have to kind of as adults be like, yo. I always tell my boys this all the time. I'm like, yo, I'm not preaching like, yo, you can't cheat and stuff like. You shouldn't cheat, but you can stuff like that. But like, yo, I always say this to one of my boys.
It's not about what you do,
Not-
it's how you do it.
Yeah, but not every. Sometimes you got to leave certain on the table. Not every that's thrown to you, you have to take. You have to sometimes say, you
Box.
know what?
You can say box.
Box,
Just-
right? Or vagina. Now, you don't have to encounter everything that's.
Genitalias.
You don't have to encounter everything that's intriguing to you. My elders, I understand she's just like, you know what? August was there. He made her feel good and stuff like that. But as an adult, I don't think, because this didn't happen to her when she was a kid and we make mistakes and stuff like that. As an adult,
The
especially,
host of
You're
Red
still human,
Talk
though.
Table, whatever.
I want to know who I would like to know, and She didn't divulge this
He
in the
probably
story.
pressed up
I don't
on
know
her.
if he did. That's what I was saying. Who
Now, when young
went
boys
after
press
who?
up on you,
Who went after who?
heavy.
Did
No,
she?
because
Did she?
Because young boy, he probably was
Flirt
flirting with
and
her.
then-
This is how I think it went down. You know, they talking and stuff like that, and you know, he kept saying flirty stuff. Guys, we always do it. I don't care what
Like if
part.
I was older, I'll get your
Listen,
mother.
Jada
to
was
listen.
always
I don't
bad.
care
Fuck
what
I got
Jaden.
your mother.
I'm gonna have to see August.
No,
I
August
would have
probably
to
whip
see
his
it.
little ass. That's a
I
whole
don't
nother
care.
conversation. But no, as my
wonder
girl
how-
got snacks under the table, Rice Krispie treats and shit like that.
I was trying to
tell
figure
you,
out what
she
she
came
had.
prepared.
It looked
She
like
came prepared.
popcorn.
I'm like, that's the
It's
Rice
like
Krispie
crunch,
square.
crunch,
She's just trying to
crunch.
chew it on the low. Anyway, as men, right? Men, we're always guilty of that. Men, we always kind of we always speak in coded language, right? And we kind of put fillers out there. And if you bite on something we said, we kind of be like, oh,
Go harder.
okay,
It increases
right?
the-
Because
The
Throw
press.
that little.
Oh my God.
you know what I mean?
Go
And he
out
probably seen her looking cute
The
one
bait.
day and said, "Damn, you looking good," and stuff like that. Will's a lucky man, and then she gave him that
It was
smile
more
or that
than-
chuckle.
girls- boy, it was
It's
more
a
We
risk.
don't appreciate this no more.
You know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
heavy.
I think
Heavy.
Jada dude, she knew what she was doing. I think she initiated.
Listen.
Think she initiated?
You ever had a young boy come at you?
I think she initiated.
They will walk you to your car door and like follow you up
Yes,
the street
they
and
do.
walk like, sir,
Yes, they do.
I'm good.
But he
I
didn't
am
have to
good.
do all that because he was already invited into the home.
My man went
you
on
still go that
trips.
hard.
Will
She was
called him
invited.
Og.
She
That's
liked
what
Og.
broke my heart. Will called
Got a
him Og
nickname.
multiple times. That's somebody who was close to us. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not
I mean,
not
the person
That's
she
why he
chose
was
is
so
bad,
mad. You can see the
that.
anger.
That's
He
the
was-
that's
he
the
was
only
mad.
point. That's the.
I think he's more mad at
People
out.
think that men are being
Right.
sexist.
But
he got back with her.
Yeah.
They
People
still together.
think
He's
that
only
men
mad
are
that
being.
everybody
They're not gonna leave
found
each
out.
other.
Yeah, people think men are being sexist when it's just like, oh, why can't woman? Nah, it's like to me, it's who you choose. Like, yo, if I cheat on my wife with her best friend, I'm not saying August her best friend,
Then
or somebody
somebody
in her
gotta
circle,
die. Period.
Then that's
Somebody
when I-
gotta go.
That's where the loyalty
And
and
then
the
you're gonna help
disloyal
me
kind
bury
of
the
thing.
body too.
You know
And
what
you
I'm
can
saying?
see the emotional cheating. That's why they say, it's wrong either way. Men cheat, women cheat, but men can honestly cheat without having any kind of emotional connection
Sure.
to that
Amazing.
female.
But the thing
But
is,
women,
listen,
I
listen,
I
hold
just
up.
needed to feel good.
But it don't matter.
And
This
you,
is the issue
you
when
know
it
what I
comes
mean?
to that's why I hate guys, because guys will cheat and like, oh, I didn't care for her, but she cared about you, and she's the one that's trying to fight me at my job. She's the one blowing my phone, all in my.
That's
DMs.
where he
Y'all
made a
don't
bad
think about
choice.
What happens?
He
after
made a
the
bad
fact
choice,
that
and he's dead
person-
wrong for that.
And that's what happened with Jada. She cheated with the wrong person, and now look, he's all over the world talking about, oh yeah, I slept with Jada, and we had a relationship, and he gave me the permission. That's where the
Entanglement.
when it's bad. Like it's not fair for you to say, oh, I don't have feelings. Like I'm good. Like, but she do. She's the crazy one at my door trying to shoot down my door and kicking my door and trying to follow my kids to school.
In the
and-
bushes, in
and
the bushes, like that
literally,
movie.
That's the person I gotta worry about, not you.
You gave me a good segue to move on to the next topic, right? The next topic is the myth. Loving someone back to good mental health.
That's hard.
But this is
They would have to super love you
Yeah,
to
but
make you
this is
forget
the
all
issue.
the damage.
This is the issue I'm bringing back to Jada. Jada spoke how August came to me broken, needed help and stuff like that.
She was broken too.
And then all of a sudden, in that whole process,
You're right.
I don't know when the therapy started. When it went to like mental therapy to sex therapy, some line got
It was
jaded,
all therapy.
right? And I don't know if she felt like
At the end of the day, it was all
She
therapy.
felt like she was nursing
And
him back to health.
Exactly. I don't know.
I'm
if
gonna
she
put this
felt-
thing on you, boy.
She felt
Why
like
did I have to
good.
be Jada coming on to him? Why can't be he
She
came
loves
on
Jada.
to?
She loves Jada.
She's
She
elder,
loves Jada.
elder.
I know because I've been in
She's the
situations where guys
elder.
did to me like, oh, I'm like, but it wasn't my fault. This person did this, and
But
like,
she's
she
the
knew.
elder.
So what? She's the elder.
You
She's
should
a
know
human.
better. She's a human.
She's
She was
human.
an older human.
But
She's
she
been
said that
experienced.
he came
Still,
to
you're
me.
human. You hurt you in this long-term relationship with this person, and you love them, but it's like they're not giving you what they used to give you. They're making you feel like shit at the
So
bottom
you
of
go
the
get it
shoe.
from Og.
Now you're not getting it from all.
She was lazy. I think that was lazy, B.
Og was,
I think
that was
Og
lazy.
Her
was
messing with
convenient.
It was just somebody so close
It was
to you
convenient.
that was
Lazy.
giving you
Convenient.
something
He was
that you was
there.
looking for over
convenient,
here.
lazy.
Yeah.
That was
It's
convenient.
not fair. Do your job, Will. Do your job because it's not fair. Just like if I'm a human. Like I'm.
No. You
No,
can't
no,
say
why?
that. You can do your job,
Do
Will.
your job. Both of them need to do their
Because,
job.
like I said, if the roles were reversed and Will did that, was you gonna say, "Oh, Jada, do your job"?
Absolutely.
No, you would not.
Yes, I will.
Please.
I come for girls all the time.
Stop
I
it.
date guys. They're like, "Oh, you
Wait.
gonna cook for me?"
So
And my husband-
stop
just-
it.
We're gonna
I'm a
continue,
domesticated
right?
woman.
Yeah.
I like to cook, clean, rub my man's back, and do things for my man. That
It sure wasn't
Like
enough.
you
Will
supposed
out there
to.
making millions, providing a home.
She's
he
not
said he
making
put
millions?
everything
Oh, that's
together.
BS.
She
They
said,
both-
on
wait,
his level.
she said she sacrificed her career for him when she had the table talk with Gabrielle Union when they made their
She
piece.
did.
She
said,
did. She took the
Come on, Will
back
is Will.
seat.
He was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air before he got with her. Making big moves. Like, are you serious? She sacrificed her career.
She did,
She
she did.
sacrificed her career not for that marriage, for those children. Once she became a mom,
Yeah.
that's probably what she
That's
decided
what she
to,
could've
paid
to
a
be a
nanny.
mom. But it had nothing to do with him. I don't
Yeah.
think it
You
had
don't
anything
think
to do
so?
with him. And then she's saying for him, you think he would have tried to stop her from living her dream? When he met her, she was in
Guys do that.
business.
Yeah.
Guys do that.
I
He
don't
got
think-
her into
guys do
movies,
that.
right?
Yeah.
He got her put on.
They've been
That was
Yeah,
her choice.
that's him. That was him being a man. Like, yeah, I did for my wife. Like, it's not like, oh, I went out and did my own. Guys do not like when females do a lot of business. Like, I'm a very busy person, and I always find issues like, oh, you don't have enough time for me. I'm like, I am working. It's not gonna just sit at home watching Netflix, smoke weed, and
But my
drinking.
question
Like, I
is,
gotta
what else
work.
could he
But I
have
don't
done?
get
What are
that
you
from
saying
Will. I
that
don't
he
think
could have
that's
done?
the case with Will and Jada. He seems like he's very secure with where he is and what they had.
But we don't know
when
that.
they first met. You're right,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
It's
just
Because
perception,
I dated
right?
guys
The
like that. 'cause I'm a
perception,
very
right.
busy person.
Right, but
they look
they
at me
was
like, yeah,
already
okay,
in
you
the
doing
business
that.
when
All
they
right,
met,
sure.
doing their thing. I don't think that was her choice. After the children came, that's when she sat still, and then she said, "I sacrificed my career for my marriage."
But I'm pretty sure if she
But
said that, he knows
We
that.
can still talk about Will and Jada,
But
but
what
this
was the question
overall
about the mental
theme,
health?
right?
no, the
Loving
myth
someone
of
back to
loving
mental
someone,
health.
no.
Do you feel you could love someone back to good health, good and healthy mental
Yes.
state?
You say yes.
You
I
say yes.
I say no.
No.
I say no because you can't love them back to good mental health. You can support them. You can
Bingo,
be there
that's
during
what-
the
you
process.
stole it right out my mouth.
You can walk them through it,
Wait,
but
I'm confused
you
with the
can't.
question.
That's
What's the
just
question
like
again?
saying
Like
Can
a person
you-
you're with or
Do
somebody
you feel
else?
you can love someone back to a good health?
mental health.
Good health.
Can you
mental-
love if
I
I?
thought you meant like if y'all had a bad place in the relationship
No.
and you
Because
go back.
August was
if they have
suffering
issues.
from
You
said
mental
all
health.
They have an
situation?
issue.
No,
We're just
just
talking about in
anybody.
general.
In general, if
In
you,
general.
someone has a
Bad
issue,
mental health.
they're not in the good space mentally. Can you just show them enough love or love them enough to
Oh, I
where
don't
they
know. I thought
get
you meant
back,
something else. I didn't
where they get
understand
back
the
in a good
question.
space?
I
just
say
I don't
no.
know.
Yeah, because you can't. You just have to support them.
I
You have to
can't.
sit down with them and help them go through the plan to get help. They have to want to get help, and you go through the
Sounds like
process.
an
That's like a
addict.
teacher.
Sounds like an addict.
That's like yeah. You have a teacher saying they love their students. You can't help them pass. You can't help them go to the next grade. You could love them, but they got to show up for and complete the assignments. They got to
do the
pass
work.
the test. They got to apply themselves and do the work. Like the person that has the health issue, the mental health issue, they got to want to get better. So you could love them, but you can't help them. They got to put that work in themselves.
You said it.
I don't know.
You hit it on the nail. Like it's the support system, right? Your love could be support. You could be with them as they go through that kind of thing, but they have to do the work. And you got to understand that your love, you're supposed to love someone and stuff like that, but you, especially in a relationship kind of person, you're not their parent. You know what I'm saying? You people got to do the work, and you got to support them while they're doing the work. The whole guise of, oh, I'm gonna love this person to be a better person and make them mentally. You could support them, you could provide guidance, but this whole myth of like, I'm gonna love this person till they become this great person. You
I
can't
change
do that.
him. I can
It's as
change him with
simple-
my
It's
love.
as simple as
Oh
this.
no, I don't believe that.
It's as simple as
Yeah, a lot
if
of women
somebody's
do.
I don't
not
think
happy,
we
if
can
you were an
change.
unhappy person, if they don't know how to be happy by themselves, you can't make them happy.
Yeah.
People always try to say, oh, you could do this and do that. You can't make somebody who's not happy happy. They have to find happiness within themselves. And then you can enhance that happiness, by being there for them.
There's a saying, some
Same
people
thing
will
with
find
mental health.
fault in a rainbow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people will be in a great situation and be like,
Yeah, they
Oh,
just
man,
jaded,
I don't-
a
I don't-
jaded perspective.
all my bills are paid, I'm living in this nice house, but
It's like somebody who's
there could
suffering
be
from
somebody
depression.
bigger. You know
No
what I'm
matter
saying?
what, that depression is in them, and they have to seek a certain level of professional help probably to try to overcome that. And like you said, Michelle, you just support them, be there for them. You can still do great things and try to make them feel good for moments, but ultimately you're not gonna completely correct what's off with them.
You're not.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
we were just talking about someone I know. She's in a relationship now, and things are going great. She's doing great. her mood is better. She's happy. We're like, when she's happy, everybody's happy. All right, I thought about
That's
it.
happy wife, happy life.
What
with
happens
husband.
if this relationship doesn't work? Then we got to deal. She didn't do the inner work. Like I always
So her
say.
happiness is
So
dependent
right.
upon this relationship.
So then now
once you
they
pull the
break
plug,
up. So once
it's-
you pull the plug,
that
if
love
things
is
don't work, we
gone.
hope it does
And the
work.
dependency is going to form
Because the
where-
dependency is he's there, so he's making her happy. So it's not within herself, or she didn't find it within herself, or
Or maybe she's working on that at the same time. That's
Hopefully.
I hope so. I hope so.
Hopefully
But
she's
if
doing both. That's what.
I pray that's not because she's gonna die.
I will hope not.
Because we tangent. Because we tangent.
a lot of
that
people
sucks.
do that though.
I
They're
know
based
people
on
like
what
that.
if they have a job, if things are
Yeah.
going well in their personal life, if they have a relationship, whatever. That's what make them feel good. When everything
Dependency
goes
on
crazy,
something.
they go crazy.
When a complete tangent, that's why a lot of times people mask their happiness with materialistic things, right? Because if I have the newest and shiniest thing like that, people think I'm doing good and stuff like that. But if that gets taken away from them, they have nothing to stand on.
No
That's-
foundation.
That's why internal happiness, I always say the key to a great relationship is you being happy. Not you make that person happy.
Right. You complete.
Or that
Some people
relationship
can make
makes
you miserable
happy.
though. Like she be all happy, and this person
Because-
come around just.
Well, then you,
just
yeah,
drains
you don't need
You
to
gotta
be with
be
them.
around.
Yeah.
You
And
just
I,
gotta
I,
be
oh
around.
my
No, that's
God.
how I'm. Like it's sad because I don't even break up with people nowadays because they cheat or do something crazy. I'm like,
Your
your
vibe.
energy is really.
Yeah.
I
Energy is
can't.
important.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
like yo. I'm drained when I leave
Because
here.
like you said,
Your
if,
vibe.
God forbid, I'm not wishing on them. That dude leaves your homegirl, and now she has no self identity. Now she doesn't know what really makes her happy, and then now all of a sudden she's moping around like, nah, you can't.
you can't.
Life
fix
is too
that.
short
That
because
sucks.
anything you
That's
have
a
in
fact.
this life can be taken from you without your control.
Well,
That's just how life
COVID
is.
should have helped a lot of people with that. To do what you need to do for yourself.
Yeah,
Get
that's what
all
people
of the
should have been
issues.
doing
That's what we should have been doing.
during
Like the
that
whole
time.
world, not only United States, the world was just at a whole. Like everything stopped.
Yeah.
Like
So crazy.
hope
I
people
can't
was
live
doing
if
the
you
work.
don't
I don't
come
think
out
they
of
were.
this, if you don't come out of this better,
Looking how things are now outside, I don't know if they were.
But
come out
that's
of the
another
pandemic
thing.
better. I don't
no,
know
that's
what you- we
that's
was
one
eating
of
and
the
watching
things that
Netflix.
COVID taught me is just like, yo, you have to start to realize how much you have to define your own happiness. Because how many people their happiness was waiting till Friday come to go party and club and all
To
that
the
shit shut
lounge.
down? What were they doing with themselves? Going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have to, develop. To me, relationships is anytime just like, oh, that person makes me happy and cool and stuff like that. But do you have an identity outside of that person? All successful relationships is this person's good, this person good, and we make
We
it work
good
together.
together,
Right.
If you
yeah.
have a dependency that person's success or how that person treats you is the only way that you know how to feel good, it could be taken from you in 1 second.
Yeah, you don't have happiness within yourself. A relationship, grow closer to God or whatever you need to do just to find peace. If COVID didn't help anybody, I don't know what's gonna help people.
So
Because it gave us time to just sit
COVID
down.
gave
Sit-
everybody.
And to be
Yeah.
honest with you,
And
we're
reflect.
still in the storm. For some reason, we're
it's
thinking
over
like we're
because
past
things
the
is
storm.
We're
Finally
in
over.
phase 4 tomorrow.
In my
We
mind,
out
I'm like,
the
it's
storm,
over. I'm ready to
sucker.
go outside. I'm
Phase
ready to
4,
go.
hitting
It's
the
The
beach.
over.
storm is not over when the
Hitting
next
the
day
beach.
over has 80,000 new cases and
I
stuff like
know.
that.
It's just
It's
me.
not like this next country. I'm talking about we still traveling back and forth with places
I'm like,
that's
it's
going
just
crazy.
me. I'm over it.
So,
I'm so
so the
over
next
it.
question is, and this is where it made me think of Jada a little bit. Being attracted to broken people, the God complex. Do you think that's a good heart or vain? Because I think part of what happened
It
with
depends on the
August,
person.
because
some people use
you
it
know
as
that
some
whole
people-
I heal people, I make people feel better and
Let me-
stuff like
let
that.
me answer
And you
this
take
first.
on
Those people are
projects.
different.
Hold on,
Yeah.
let me
You take
answer
on
this one
projects.
first.
Go ahead.
Just because I had a bad trait, I guess, going back to my younger days with previous relationships. I always wanted to be, it made me feel good to be with a woman who I
You
knew
can make-
needed me.
Ugh, I do.
No.
That's a lot of men.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God! Just about every
And then-
man.
and then
Lord
every girl-
Jesus,
I'll
that's
wait
how they
till
get me.
last.
I kind of felt that
And
way.
they be like,
but every girl I
uh,
dated was more successful for me or made more money for me. So I never got
But
to
that was
put
the bad trait, and I realized that
I
later
date
on.
guys like that. I'm just
I
like,
realized
I'm
that,
already
like,
packaged. I come with the batteries
that's
and
not
all.
good.
They look at me, but like, what can you can do for
And
me?
that's
but
why
like,
that's why you
I'm
keep it a
good.
buck. Successful men sleep with the nanny and the maid and stuff like that because
make
sometimes
them
they're
feel
with a powerful
superior.
woman.
Yeah, they want to feel
who,
superior.
you know what I'm saying? Like like Marie Shriver, Arnold Schwarzenegger cheated on her with the maid that looked I'm sorry to be mean. Terrible looking maid. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't mean, it's honest.
Terrible looking
If she
maid.
looked terrible,
I
she
never
looked
saw her.
terrible.
I know, that's what I said.
Yeah.
She cute.
She looked like, you know,
She cute.
the typical, you know, a wife would choose that maid because they're not attractive, so not worry about it.
But see,
and
that's
she
why
still got caught
those
down.
Because
type
a
of
man
cheating,
don't cheat only
cheating
because
is
of
not,
looks. It's how she make him feel.
Exactly.
The maid
It's not
that
always
looked
just
terrible
about,
made him feel
oh, because that's what women get hurt. She don't even look that good. Or she, you know what?
Ain't got
Maybe
nothing to do
maybe
with
she don't
nothing.
look good
No,
as
it
you, but she
doesn't.
made me feel
She made him
She got
feel
that
like
double
a
twister.
king.
You know what I mean?
King Kong.
And you wasn't doing it.
And you made him feel like a peasant, like nothing. And
Exactly.
that's how he chooses. She brings him peace, and she makes
And
him
I think
feel
that's
good.
what I was doing. But it was like when you know a woman needs you, it makes you feel, I guess, more of a man.
Yeah,
at that
they
time. I
men
don't
hate when
know
I say like I don't
what it
need you, I
was.
want you. Like, well,
But
you don't
now
need me.
I look at things different. I want a woman who doesn't need me but wants me.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Okay.
saw.
Sure.
That's growth.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
growth.
That's
That's growth, because what I was
You know?
going
Sure
to
that
say,
grew out of you?
I'm
sure,
glad
positive.
you said that,
Okay.
because that's growth. Because what I was going to say, when you find a person that are attracted to people that are broken, that person usually is broken or dealing with some type of insecurities. You have control issues, and you have rejection issues. They dealt with abandonment or rejection issues. So when you find a person that's always gravitating to broken people, it's because they're broken. So they need to feel accepted and validated
They need to be distracted with fixing someone and
to
avoiding
make
their-
them feel good, because they never felt good. They never was affirmed or felt validated. Then you have those people that just have control issues and they're insecure and they just need control. So it's weird. It's all different kind of, you
Insecure.
know. So the
Such
fact that
a-
you said that just means a lot, because that's growth. It you know, it's all kind of things that come with that. Or you could just be in love with being in love and want to fix everybody.
What do you think? The whole God complex of having to fix someone and being attracted.
I ain't fixing nobody. You better come made, sir. I'm not fixing a person. I don't think people should fix people because you can't fix nobody. That's
But
it.
hold on. You told us you look aspired to be with a drug dealer.
Listen, you're the baby daddy snatcher. You snatch baby daddies.
That is a person that
What?
apparently hasn't found their path because
Watch,
you can't
I
expect-
can't like drug dealers. I gotta find somebody better. They need to be loved too.
Drug dealers need love
need
too.
You sound like Tasha.
Drug dealers need love too.
I mean, why can't I
There
like
you
you?
go.
That's my preference.
Yeah, now I
That's
got
my
you.
preference. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
She's Tasha. I told you sound like Tasha from Power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Tasha.
You will not want this company.
You trying to be better, go? You trying to go legit,
Get
go?
out the game.
What
But
the hell?
That's what made me hate Tasha from the gate.
I want a
Yeah.
ghost. I want a
but-
reform drug dealer, but you gotta have that essence. That
Oh, so you want them reformed?
no, I like both.
In the
She wants them
midst-
to bees in the trap, but be sophisticated.
Yeah, or whatever. Like, can I get
There's a
both?
meme out there like women want a trapper who's
Yup.
sophisticated, who plan dates, who has a 401k,
Yes, who's
who might shoot a
godly.
nigga.
Who might shoot him in the car.
Exactly.
Wait,
He's
the
godly.
godly drug dealer.
Yeah, the godly
I
drug
love
dealer.
him.
Yep, exactly.
I
What's
love-
wrong with
no,
that?
Who's
And
the
that-
godly drug dealer?
I don't know. He's out
Wait,
here. you
there's
know.
one. Wait, I gotta think. There's a godly man. The one that always pulling out the Bible while he cutting up the kilos, counting the kilos.
DMX do all that toxic shit and then quote the Bible all day, every
All day,
day. You know what I'm saying? But you know the God complex, I definitely get it because I'm not attracted to broken people. But at the same
Me
time,
either.
once someone
That's
in
a
my
turn
circle
off, really.
is broken or hurt, it becomes my mission to help
Oh
them.
no, I'm
I
that
like
person.
helping.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
me too.
Such an encouragement.
But, it's
But
not,
you could
me
do that in
too. They
relationship
call me a
as
motivational
well.
speaker.
I
I'm like, you know what I'm
it.
saying?
I love helping.
Because I don't like seeing people hurt. Like I'm such a happy person. So
Like
I
one
want
girl,
everybody to
one
be
girl I
happy.
chased for
There's not-
years.
Life is
it.
so
She-
short.
Can I
yeah.
She let me know
I
a
know,
secret.
girl.
She let me know a secret of something that happened to her when she was younger that was tragic. And from then on in my head, I was younger. I made it my business. I'm gonna be her
Make
protector.
sure she try to be.
I'm not gonna let nobody hurt her ever again, cause stuff like that.
Right.
Even though our situation was bad and she wasn't respectful to me and stuff like that, in my head I was just like, you know, she's just lashing
She's
out.
damaged.
I gotta be her protector. But you can't do that for
But even
everybody.
those people still need
So
help.
you make
That's why they
excuses
always
for
check on your
somebody that
strong
don't want to
friend.
grow and don't
Yes.
want to get better. So
Yes.
you constantly like, oh, they're just hurt.
Yeah.
Hurt
Oh,
people,
yeah,
hurt
that's
people.
a good. So,
The
as you
strong
said,
friend
always check on your
always,
strong
yeah.
friend.
Like,
Because
I'm
some
very
people-
strong, but I be sometimes I just be like, oh my god, like I be want to talk about things that happen. No one to call, like 0 people to call. I'm like,
Well, call
dang.
me. I'm encouraged.
Thank you.
I'll figure it out.
So the last question on this topic, right, is and you kind of mentioned it. Is it okay to want someone because they need you?
No, it's not.
They need you,
I don't
like
want them.
lovingly wise.
Because, like you said, some people
I don't
it's
wanna
just
be
like some men get with a woman and like kill a lot of her options, like quote unquote. Not
yeah, you get rid of you get the hose out the way.
no,
You
but
clean
not
out
only
the
that, but like
closet.
you know how Jada said she put her career on hold.
Oh,
for
yeah.
stuff like
that.
But some men will create an environment where it's just like, I killed you going to school, working, stuff like that. I put you in a box.
I don't want you
and-
to work. I want you
and
to
then
stay
put
home.
you somewhere, and then now I kind of
They
made
together
you
that too.
dependency on me.
They
And
don't
then as
want-
soon
they
as
want
you
you for
try to
themselves.
break out of that role, he's less attracted to you because you have this independence and stuff like that. Is it okay for someone to love someone because they need you? It's not that most healthiest thing, but can you find it being okay? in
I'm not
some
stopping my
things?
life for no one.
No. Do you think it's okay for the woman, like you saying?
It don't have to be. I don't want it to
Either
be
one.
gender related, but just it's okay. You love someone because you know what? I love her because you know what? I take care of her.
But then that
She
goes back
needs
to
me.
what we were just talking about before. Of he's broken. He might be doing well financially, look good on the outside, but there's something going on with him that he feels to be needed. And then as soon as somebody gets themselves together and gains independence, then he's on to the next broken victim because there's something going on inside of him that he feels he needs to be needed.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
And you know, this kind of ties it all the way
I
back
feel
to
like everybody likes to be needed, felt
Right.
needed
Yeah.
in a relationship. Like,
This
But
is
they're
the-
supposed to
because
compliment
if my
you.
man is supposed to
They're
type of
supposed
way,
to compliment
come
you.
to me and talk to me. I should be the only person that you
But
should be.
it brings
when you
it-
need
That's
someone
true,
to talk
but he
to.
should compliment you, and you should come together as a whole and edify each other and make each other better.
What
It
word
shouldn't
was
be
that? That was a big word. What was that?
Edify.
I never heard that before. I'm from the ghetto.
edify.
That was
entanglement.
I ain't never.
Basically, a description of someone that uplifts them.
Yeah.
Showing-
I kind of
Yeah.
understood it, but yeah, I'm gonna use that one day.
You know, that
I
kind
would
of
have
brings
like
it.
edified.
It kind of brings it full circle, right? Because
so silly.
Because you know how we first talked about couple goals, right? You know how many relationships in times before our times where it was just like, yo, this woman only married his man because he had
He need
good,
a money.
good
he had-
provider.
yeah.
He came from a good family. He had money. He wasn't shit. He didn't treat her like well and stuff
They
like
used
that.
to encourage that. The parents would.
Yeah, and that was a generation of
I
us doing
tried
that.
to date somebody that I felt was like a good fit for me. Like, okay, I need to stop dating drug dealers and date this guy who works 9 to 5 and comes home every day. It didn't work.
Didn't
It
work.
Why?
didn't. You know, it just wasn't
You
for
was
me.
bored.
He really, really, really liked it at me or whatever, and I was just like, "Ugh, I'm trying. I don't like it. I don't.
Well, see, I had
It's
I
like
had a
an
conversation
essence.
with my friend earlier, and I think this is true. Y'all may or may not agree with me. I know this is definitely true for me. Men need to be with a woman who loves them just a little bit more. Or no, let me get that right. Men have to love their woman just a little bit more than their woman loves them.
That's true. I
Just
just
to
figured that out.
to be really successful. It's definitely the case for me.
Women are very. I'm
And
very
it's
needy.
like-
I'm a needy
That's so
person.
true.
You
And
know?
So
then-
you
and
saying
then
you
the
gotta love
problem
the girl
is-
more than she loves you for
Yeah.
it to work?
It's never 50-50.
Yeah.
And
You know
it
why
has to
I
be
agree with that? Because
a
our
60-40
egos.
on-
Our egos.
That's so
if we
true.
if we were a woman who loves us way more than we love them,
That's who you
we
should.
don't
That's who
treat them
you
well.
trash
You ain't
them.
gonna treat them
You
well.
You don't
yeah.
treat them well.
Oh.
That is so true, and that is
Yo,
why the
the-
older women say, "Marry the man that loves you, not the man you marry."
Yeah, you love.
That is
I heard
so
that,
true.
all
when
the
you think
time.
about me,
That's
I'll
exactly
speak
But
for
every guy
myself.
that you
My
meet
friend
act
said
like
in
they
the
love
comment,
you.
yo,
I'll
She
speak
told
for
me that.
myself. Every situation, when I was the one that was so into
Obsessed.
him, he
And you-
was like,
yeah,
well,
Dudes get
When-
swag. You
Yeah,
start.
I
and the
know.
one
Oh,
that's
it's
crazy
crazy.
about
Interest
me
back
and
into
love
them.
me, and I'll be like,
Oh,
brother.
God,
but
leave
that's
me
not-
alone.
Deliverance.
You let
They
his
be
text messages linger for days. Like, hey, I
always
didn't
on
see
my
your
back.
text.
Yeah, that's me. And then that's the one that your family says.
The one you
that's who
wait for to
need
call
be
you?
with.
You
That's
put- you
who
gave a
need
special
to
Maybe,
marry.
maybe that's
tone.
been my core. I feel like I've always put more than I've gotten back. And the times where I felt like someone was coming at me kind of strong, I was just like, it wasn't a chase.
I'm gonna start rethinking some things when I leave.
No,
'cause
but it
you
wasn't a
just- that is
chase.
so
Like
true.
men feel like men don't appreciate a conquer if they didn't have to chase it. That's why a lot of times, you know.
Well, yeah, that's why. No, not initially. Off the bat, it's not going to be that way. But because it has to be, the man has to pursue her. And this is why guys be like, oh, why we always got to shoot our shot, da, da, da. Well, I mean, that's just part of the process. You know, I mean, a woman can be open enough to give a man her number or ask him for his, whatever the case may be. But as that relationship grows, right, she has to, even if she falls in love with him, she has to kind of play it cool and play it back a little bit to let him know that, yeah, I love you, but, you know what I mean? Keep it there. And he has to be persistent and consistent, rather. You know what I'm saying? And that only happens when he falls deeply in love with her, you know,
You
to a
hit the
level that
target
surpasses
right
the
there.
love she has for him.
There's
That's
never,
so true.
there's never a pure 50-50
It's hard,
equity in
though.
relationship. There's always
No, it's not.
But it
one
goes
stronger
up and
force
down.
than
It
other.
waves.
Yeah,
Because sometimes
it
like
does
the person
wave.
like, oh, she just pissed me off, or he just annoyed me, or this something
Yeah.
that turned me off, or something like. So it's always like.
But the reason why I say that too is because, like you said, it does waver. But when the love wavers for the woman, it's easier for her to maintain her stability and not dip out and do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the man, when the love wavers, it's
He
like,
dips out.
you know, you go to the strip club and that girl start talking that sweet stuff and, and you're like,
sure.
oh, my girl.
Yeah, or not even
We
the girl
weak,
at
we
the job,
weak,
or
yo,
the girl
weak.
at the job. It'll be the
We're
girl,
weak.
your coworker,
Yeah, we
or
got
something
men-
like
men
that.
are-
We're weaker.
Men
I
are
want
a
to
strong
that.
person.
No, we're strong physically. Emotionally, oh, y'all are weaker. But
Oh, so which one is it? Which
I'm
one?
just talking about commitment-wise.
Mhm.
I would say men
Go
are
ahead.
like weaker because, like you said, Arnold Schwarzenegger just chose the ugliest man because she
They always
said
she with
something
the
that made him
ugliest
feel
person. It's not like,
good.
oh, she was a bad one. Like
She
she
just
got a
made him
bag,
feel
she's
good,
cute.
like-
She got. It's always like you, huh?
We not used to getting complimented like that. Y'all get hollered at and yelled at all. I mean,
But
all
what
the
is that?
time.
That ain't our fault. Like,
But
why
what
is
I'm
that?
saying
Why
is y'all
that's
are
not our
used to that
fault?
behavior.
And
guys
it's a
ain't-
struggle
I
because
don't
that's
hear
why.
that no more. I hear guys now, oh, you gotta see my DMs. Like,
It's a
girls be
struggle.
in guys' DMs. I'm like, I wish I would have. Hey, sexy. Hey, big head. Like,
But you know what?
I
I'm that
am
girl.
not.
I'm that girl.
Oh, so you in guys'
Only
DMs?
because now you have to be that way, and you kind of have to fall back and let him pursue. But when I see what I like, I'm
Let
the
it be
girl.
known.
I have always been that way,
I'm
and I don't
shy.
do it
I'm
in
scared
a
of
real.
rejection.
It'll be real subtle, real nice. It won't
Like,
be
girls
too
be
much,
sending
but I will let
lingerie
him
pictures and all
know
types of stuff,
that
and
I'm
I'm just
interested,
like-
and then it opens the door for him to come out. Yeah,
How you let him
I'm
know?
one of
What you
those.
say?
Every time I went
What
after
you
a guy
say?
that I did like, it turned out they were
I
so
want to hear.
funny.
Give us some of what you
You wanna
say.
hear some
You
of your
gotta keep some of the
lies?
secrets
I'm like, I
in
mean,
the
you
bag.
know, but I'm that girl, and now you just try to change because you know what he has to pursue, because you could open the door for something, get your heart broken when you was never supposed to talk to him anyway. You just leave it alone. Like if he doesn't notice me or if he doesn't try to pursue, then I'll leave it alone.
I'm shy.
But like in my 20s and stuff, I would, if I liked
after
him, if I
what
was
you want,
interested,
right?
yep, I
I'm
would talk
too
to
shy
him.
for that. But I was in a relationship too.
Really?
But, yeah.
I don't see you as being too shy to
When I
like holler
like
at if
the thing is, I'm so weird. If I don't like a guy, I'm like flirtatious and like you would think I like him, but I'm not interested
be
at
honest with you,
all.
that's how I got
That's mixed signals.
But I don't realize. I'm just like, oh, I'm a very sexual person. I don't think like talking about sex and sex is like you shouldn't. That's like you shouldn't talk about that. I'm just like, I don't care. That's just my vocabulary. Unfortunately, I don't know why. So they think like, oh, because I'm talking about sex to them, and I'm like, I dance all the time, so I'm dancing around. They think I like them, but then the guy that I do like, I didn't think you ever liked me. I'm like, I've been like you for like 10 years, bro. You late,
Wow.
okay? We could have been having a
that's-
baby and married.
Maybe
See,
because
that's
you're
what's
more
close.
comfortable with
And
the
I
guy
get
that you
shy.
don't
I'm
like,
so
and you get
intimidated.
shy with the guy
Like the
that
guy
she
that I
does.
like, I'm so intimidated around
See,
him.
that sucks, right? Because a lot of opportunities where it's just like, man, someone who wanted
That's why the
shit
guy
out
who
of
likes
you.
me have to pursue me because I would never pursue them because I'm shy.
Oh man, not me. I
That's
can
the
let them lose the
That's the
opportunity.
segue that goes to our
I'm like,
next
good
topic
morning.
too, which I like.
Good morning, big head. Where you going?
Because you know,
Good morning.
a lot of times people, I've had situations where it was just like I would talk to a girl, and it was just like, man, I always liked you, but you never paid me no attention.
I get that all the time.
Meanwhile,
Guys tell me that all the time. You
meanwhile,
never pay me no
this
time.
person, so many people
no
was
time.
on her body. I'm like, I'm number.
I hate that.
I'm number 255. I'm not even.
Why
gonna
do
waste my
guys think
time.
that? Like,
Where
you're
she
not.
wanted me
You're not.
to jump
Exactly.
over 250.
It wasn't
people.
254 people. That's all in your brain. You
Yeah.
make that number up,
Yeah.
and I
She
hate
probably
that.
did notice you, but
I
she was
hate
just
that.
real
Guys say that
subtle
all the
with it.
time.
She didn't.
And you know what it
That's a
is?
fact.
waiting
I
for
was
you
one
to
of the
move.
dudes
I
who
hate
wasn't
that.
coming at her on some, oh, you got such a big butt. I was
And
coming
then-
at her like, you was just a woman and stuff like
So
that.
did you get with her?
No. But I found out when it was too late.
But I'm
that
about
I
to
had
say,
the shot.
because then
You know
when
what I'm
that
saying?
happens, and then when I thought you had like so many guys in your body, I'm like, but I don't. And then they get with you, and those guys in your head are still in their head. And they like, oh, so I know you still talking to guys. What guys? The guy that you made up in your imaginary brain, because there's no guys calling my phone. I'm sitting right here, my phone don't ring. My
This
phone
is a
like
personal situation. You can tell. She's
I'm like,
serious.
I'm like,
She's
yes.
like, what guys? What guys?
This
The guys
sound
you
like
made
this
up?
was
Show
new.
me.
This
Where
is new. This is still
Alright, whoa.
happening now.
But
Happening
It
now.
might be fresh.
this will transition us to our last
It's
topic,
definitely
right?
fresh.
Oh
Because
my
the
God.
last myth is you are who you portray
That
who
was
you are
instant.
on social media. Let me say that again because she was laughing. You are who you are. You are who you portray you are on social media.
no, you're not. I hate
No,
that.
This is myths.
Yeah, that's definitely a big myth.
Because, like I said, for instance, if I was trying to holler at you, I see the baby daddy snatcher. I see all this going on, the sexy pictures and stuff like that. To me, it's just like, yo, there's a million dudes on her body. I'm not even gonna compete.
That's
But
everybody's.
at the same time, I
everybody's
could be
response.
missing
Like,
out on
I
someone
really
who is my love
jacking you.
connection, but because of what I see and portray,
That's
I
why you gotta
avoid
be
that,
careful
right?
with the things
Right.
you
Most
put out
guys do
there.
that. And I'm just like, well, there's not a lot. They might be in my DMs, but they're in a request, so I don't see them. I read them, I'm like, oh, okay. But they don't even see that I seen them most of the time. But like, and most of the guys who like me don't say they like me because they think there's so many other guys. They're like, oh, you know, I thought you had like. I'm like, I don't have that many guys trying to get
So
at
the
me.
first sub question: your social media presence. Can you fall in love with someone's social media persona?
Huh?
Like,
you fall in
like
love with,
for
like, this?
instance,
But that's not the same
If-
person. Especially a lot of people. I
but
use social
that's
media
why
as a
we're
business.
debunking these myths, right? Because if someone follow you, you funny and stuff like that. Like when you said you were shy, it shocked the hell out of me.
Everybody say that.
Because me
Oh.
following you on social media, I just
Never
feel like
think that.
I'm gonna meet you and me and you gonna be BFFs off the rip
That's
because I
different.
love how,
Like,
how your social media
in a
persona.
social setting,
but someone
I'm
people
social.
can fall in love with that, but that may not be you. So do you think
I
sometimes
am that
you do
way,
that?
but you have to like.
That's
be
why we have
around
couple
you.
goals, right? We fall in love with this image of what we think
I
something
am
is. But
crazy and all of that crazy stuff, but like, if I like you, I'm like, hey. Sweaty armpits and all. I'm like,
really,
oh my god, like,
Total opposite.
he's so
I
cute.
would love to. I wish I could see the example of the person that does that for you because I just don't see that coming from you.
And see, I'm the one, they'll look at me and then she'll be like, she's very, you know, modest and she's this and she's that. And I'm the one that won't even be doing that. I'm going to go after what I want.
But once you get to know me, I'm like loud, crazy, funny, goofy, silly.
But is your social media different, you would say, than who
I think
you
my
are?
social
like,
media is me. You
Is
know
it
me
business
personally. I
or
think
is it
it's who
a
I am.
personal page?
Yeah.
Like,
It's just my
'Cause
personal
to
page.
me, I
That's
feel
who
like
I
you're
am.
That's different.
fun,
Like, I don't
but
post
you're
my
fun
family
and you're
and stuff on
spiritual
there.
and it
Yeah.
shows. You're fun, you're
That's
spiritual,
who
you're
I
family
am.
oriented. So that's just.
I'm
but some
selling
people,
a persona.
yeah, exactly. Some people persona someone completely.
I mean, I ain't really
different.
spicy, whatever. When I get dressed up, I got my hair, my makeup done, whatever. But like, I'm not like I don't even really
Right.
date baby daddy. I mean, my current boyfriend is a baby daddy, but like before that, like he's the second baby daddy I've ever dated my entire life. I don't
Even though
date
you're the
baby daddies.
snatcher of baby daddy.
See,
I feel like Game
that-
of Thrones.
So where did the name
Snatcher
come
of
from?
baby
Because everybody got
daddies.
babies, so now every time somebody try to talk to you, they got kids. It wasn't like I'll be out here. It's like, I don't want your baby daddy. I don't want that baby mama
Okay.
drama. It was just like that's what it came from. But everybody looked at it in a whole nother way. But I'm not gonna change your opinion. Like
Right.
if that's what's getting your
Right,
attention,
right.
then,
He
okay,
has a
whatever.
baby mother.
To let
I must
you
take
know
him.
who
I don't really care. It was just
right.
like, oh, you know, I could snatch all
I
your
can't-
baby
What-
daddies.
what-
I don't
what
want
about
them,
you?
but it's just like
Let me get
I
the
can't even
perspective.
say that because, I mean, I'm speaking personally. Like my social media is who I am. You know, I mean, I know there is like a lot of times I don't take everything seriously that I see on people's Instagram or Snaps or IG, whatever. I mean, Facebook, whatever, because I know some people are trying to portray an image,
Yeah.
or they trying to, you know, put something out there or whatever the case may be. But I'm keep it pretty simple. Like if you see me put something out there, it's me. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. So I can't really relate to those, but I know there are those people who do that, and yes, you can probably because some people take that stuff literally, and they, like you said, they meet somebody and be like, oh, you must be just like this. You know what I'm saying? So you was in love with that character that they portrayed, but it's not may not really be them.
It's
you know
tough
what I'm
for me
saying?
because
it could happen.
I dated and got married in the heart of when social media was popping, like 2008.
that's
you know
good
what I'm
for
saying?
you. You
So-
got a regular
so to
relationship.
me-
These relationships now are not the
But
same.
It's not
yeah,
the same.
They're not
to,
the
to
same.
me,
It's
I never
different.
really got a chance to like see one's online persona and
You don't want to.
and pursue them that way. But I do. I honestly, I do see sometimes. I'm just like, you know what? you see someone's persona, you're like, this person is like the perfect person, and then you watch long enough, and then you start to see flaws where it's just like, oh, I could have fell in love with this person just by following the first couple of posts. But as you see, when the realness comes to the surface, like, this person got issues, you know?
That's what happens.
Everybody got
People
issues.
they fall
they
in
don't
love
put
with
it
the
on social
idea
media.
of being with you.
Yeah.
And then when they
I
find
know
out
that's
who
a
you
big
really
nigga
are,
situation.
then it's a different story. And social media, you can fall in love with what
The
they put
idea
out,
of
the
a person.
idea of
The
being with
idea
them.
of that
Because
person.
you're not gonna put. Well, some people put real posts up, but then you have filters and Snapchat and everything.
Yeah.
So you could take 10 pictures and you're not gonna put the stupid ones up there. You're gonna put the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything is just you
Someone
can't
goes
go
in
by
your
social
story.
media. Right, right.
Watch my
It's
story.
it's the idea of him. Oh, he looks perfect. No, he
I
he
take
has
it
anger
one-
issues.
I take it
or
one
he-
step
You know,
further,
you
right?
never know.
I don't even see as falling in love with someone's social media persona. I kind of evaluate someone as just like, you know, what are the things that this person chooses to share? If everything you share to me is like, you know, this fluffy or to push you towards one way kind of thing, I'm just like, yo, you can't fall in
real.
love with that.
It's
That's
not
that's
real.
a myth. To me, it's more attractive when people share goofy shit, their interests, some shit that, you know, people wouldn't kind of. To me, that's just like, that's the genuine stuff that would make me say, you know what? If I was pursuing someone, that's what brought me to them. You know what I'm saying? Not just because everybody gonna do the I look cute in this picture or the
Filters.
toes up pose and ass poking, the ass on the sink and stuff like that. You know, but it's showing the genuine side of people.
That's so true.
And that's the thing people don't sell because that's not what people are looking for. People are looking for you to be the IG model or the bottle popping drug dealer. Which I'm not attacking you.
You're not.
You know what I'm saying?
I am not offended.
She don't care.
I am not.
So the next question is: can you love someone who is sweet in person but an asshole on social media?
Oh, that's every man. Jesus Christ.
Because we no one wants to portray
queen,
weakness.
you have a beautiful day, queen. Well, I'm not. You ain't text me. I ain't text you back. Oh, damn! Like, what happened to
my
me being your
Lord.
queen? Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's out the window now because I missed a text.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. That's
So
disrespectful.
have you
She's
done with
hilarious.
someone who's sweet in person but an
She
asshole
is
on social media?
hilarious.
God
Can you
gets with and they like-
you love a person who is sweet in person but a jerk on social media?
Yeah, right. Because everyone sees them
Oh,
as
yeah.
I
that
said it
ass.
backwards.
You-
My
no,
bad.
but
You can.
that's the point to think about too. But like, you know,
Because you know the real them.
but everyone else is just like, why do you even like that dude? He's an asshole.
Right.
But you know he's
Like 50 Cent
sweet.
is like that. I met 50 Cent in person. He was so sweet. I'm like, he is not the person that you see on like
Yeah, that's a
social
good
media.
example.
Like,
He's
he
from
was
our
so-
hood. He's
like, I
all
didn't
from
even
our hood, so
know
we.
him, and,
He's
like,
a
he showed
Cancer.
so much
That's
Yeah,
how
love.
we
that's
are.
a good
I
example.
love Cancer.
Of 50
Like
Cent.
he
I'm
was
a
so
Cancer,
he's
too.
so sweet. Like
Right.
he's like they get like like,
But we are
ah.
assholes too.
Huh?
So we're both. You can
I
be
did,
both.
like, my-
You can be
one
a
of my
sweetheart and an
motivations was,
asshole.
like, Cancer. 8 years.
You can.
Yeah.
You see a lot of personalities on TV, radio personalities like
Charlemagne's a Cancer.
he's the biggest one. Charlemagne. A lot of people didn't like him. People are just starting to like
I always liked him
Charlemagne,
since the
and
Wendy
they've
Williams
developed
show.
a respect for him after they read his first book.
I read his
And
book. I loved it.
that changed everything for me. But a lot of people
I think
did
he
not
tells the
like him,
truth.
and
Exactly.
now
It's the way in which you
and
deliver
exactly-
it, though.
we still
It's
got
the
to work
way
on
in
that.
which you
Yeah.
deliver
But
it.
the
That-
thing is
I think that's how
he's
we
the
are.
perfect example. People don't like him, but behind closed doors, he's sweet. He's vulnerable. He's honest. He's dealing with these things that he put in his book, and his family and friends probably love him. Wendy Williams. Everybody can't
I loved him
stand
since
Wendy.
that show. He was
But
so
she's
funny in
so
that show.
loving and vulnerable. She's a good person to have on your team. Just like, what's the American Idol guy? He was a big jerk. Everybody hated
Simon
him.
Cowell.
Simon
Perfect
Cowell,
example.
yeah.
You don't know. He's probably loving and the best friend to have.
What
Like,
what I don't rock with Wendy is it's just like, yo, as much as you and other people shit, you got to keep that same energy when it falls.
yeah, everybody
on
can't
your lap.
stand Wendy.
But she be like, nope, you're not getting in here. But
No.
that's why to be honest with you, when we created the show and stuff like that, I wanted to be more about talking about being openness and chill and relax and realizing things aren't perfect than trying to be like. That's why you never hear me talk about me being in this perfect relationship or love is perfect and stuff like that, because I know people are I'm one bad DM of me say something funny to someone like, yo, the way you looked in that dress was crazy, and they screenshot it like, oh, Marv all on my body, da-da-da. It can happen to you.
That
It-
happened to you.
no, but it can happen, especially when you put yourself in the eye of being quote unquote a public figure. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That term is so weird because everybody
No,
who
it's the truth.
everybody
People
who
like
get a
it,
couple
like,
followers,
why?
all of a sudden
You
are a
messed up the
public
whole
figure.
package with that. Like we could have had a nice little situationship and you ruined it. Like
Yeah. You
there's
know
no
what I'm saying?
need even me, if my boyfriend was to cheat, like I can never be the one. Like, are you sleeping with my boyfriend? I mean, it's one thing if a girl called us on to pick up and we have a discussion, but I am not personally going to jump into my DM like, you sleep with my boyfriend? I'm gonna come to your house. Like, I don't have that type of energy, and I just don't understand how females can feel that way towards you about your man. It's like, oh, he was calling my phone. Why would what the?
Well,
like,
because they probably think that that's their man.
no, you
They
see
get
it.
crazy,
Oh, well,
delusional.
then they say, oh, he told me that you only posted him because it is. Sis, stop. You know the truth. You know the truth.
Yeah.
You like that's like if I was started talking to somebody and I go in his thing and I see him posting a girl, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, clearly that's his girlfriend. Like I'm not gonna say her being my friend. I'm just, whoop, that's it. Like I don't understand what's the point of trying to wreck your life because of your emotions.
That's why.
It's corny.
It's-
Yeah.
That's
I'm
just
so
corny.
I'm so calculated. That's why I always say in the situation, if I catch my wife with this guy and they're in bed and stuff like that, and people are, I'm gonna shoot him, stuff like that. Now if I'm just like oh, I know that's your husband, but he pussy anyway. Now the situation changed, right? Because now I
And
feel
that's
like
why
I
I'm telling
gotta
you
dress
the
something
SMG.
else.
Don't come for my man.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
Don't
But
do that.
him sleeping with my wife, him not knowing anything about me, or him not having no loyalties to me, I'll be upset. But at the same time, my beef is with her, not with him.
You see how he
Absolutely.
was able to say pussy when he was talking to somebody, saying it to somebody, but when he was
He says,
describing
"Go
the
to-
act-
Just-
genitalia." You can't say genitalia pussy, but he can say you pussy.
Yeah, he can say you pussy.
It
But I
was
can't
the
say
anger
it.
of it, right? I wasn't.
It was the
He
passion
gonna call me
behind it.
pussy, but the genitalia of a female.
I just thought that. I was like, wait, before
It's
he
funny,
did
right?
it,
Because
He don't
I was
understand
using
the
it
female
as
anatomy.
I wasn't talking about it as
Sexual.
sexual. I was talking about it
But
more
what's
the
the
adjective
difference?
of being called
What's
that.
the
But I wasn't talking about anyway.
that
My
makes
mind
it
is
okay. The word's different
Basing it
then.
and everything. That came from the gut.
Yeah, so that's why it's a lot of times like we can't get tied up into situations like that where it's just like, you know what, we're so in love with what we think someone is or what someone's trying to sell us, and
But that's
not
how
a real person.
every relationship's all like that, because they don't show you the real them. They show you, but they probably really do feel that way at that moment. But then when y'all start to get to know each other, y'all get comfortable and you get relaxed.
But
take your
don't you
shoes
do?
off,
Tell me
and you-
something. After you meet a dude, right? Don't you usually like, oh, let me check his social media and see?
Oh,
try
I
to
already
find
checked
out
that. But when
information
I
about,
get your number, what's your Instagram? I'm googling you.
and then you're gonna
Do
form an
everything.
opinion of him.
Not really
from
an
there?
opinion. I want to make sure you don't got
I'm
no
Googling
kids
you.
or like Christmas pictures
Oh.
with some baby mama. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a
Because you don't know what's
background
gonna
check.
pop
That's
up.
the new background check.
Yo, you
Your-
should-
your social
I
media.
do.
You
What's
could
your
be
first and last
good.
name?
I done been cool with people.
You gotta ask your friends if they might know him or something. Like, you know so and so. What you know about him? Like, I gotta do a whole lot of like.
I done been cool. Like doing this, I've met people. You get cool. You start having like me. I message you all the time about random stuff like
Yeah.
that. You get cool and stuff like that. Now to me, it's just like you're still an artist who's a guest, but you're someone who's cool. So
Yeah.
I say that someone that I got cool with during this whole podcasting time between my prior.
She changed it to a whole nother.
No. I chill with the person, broke bread and stuff like that. This person had a whole kid and family that I never knew of. Never mentioned this kid,
Oh, come
stuff
on.
like that. I say that to say you could do all that research. You could go through social media and stuff like that and not realize that they have a whole family somewhere and stuff like that. Some people are just
And they
that
never had
good.
that on social
That's
media.
because they
Different.
never
You wasn't
posted
trying
it.
to. You wasn't trying to. Be
As
in a
much times
relationship
as
with them, though.
we spoke sidebar,
But that's
never mentioned
friend-
that they
but
had.
Why
That's
wouldn't
just a
they
friendship,
mention
though,
that?
right?
That's weird.
But that's
It's
just a.
weird, but at the same time, some people know how to keep.
No.
Was it a
not
romantic?
the
Or
kid.
was
No,
it
no,
just a
this
friendship?
is a
Yeah,
friendship.
But that's
Just
different
That's more
because
than like, why
a lot
would
of
you
people
not-
like, I have a dog. I mean, oh, you got a dog? Like, yeah,
I wouldn't mess. I
A lot
wouldn't
of
rock
people
with
don't
her
know
no
that. It's
more.
just not
That
like.
would turn
Yo,
me
but
off.
to me-
We
to
can't
me, it's
do
just like,
business,
yo,
we can't do nothing because
I-
you're strange.
As
That's it.
just as friends, like
Because I'm a very private person. I don't tell people my life either.
To me, it's weird
Certain
that
things
you
I'll
have.
tell you, but
But if
You
you,
have
had a
something-
whole family, I mean, he would know. You speak it to. I got to take my daughter to such and
We
such.
breaking
I gotta,
bread together.
Yeah.
Like to me, once I seen that whole aspect was missing, I'm like, I really don't know this person.
No.
Like so now there's a level of we could still be cool, but I know I have to be how careful. If you could hide a whole child and family kind of situation, especially when I'm not
I'm a
someone.
private person.
What was
That's
the
very
reason
big.
for
I got
that?
into a relationship with somebody. He didn't know I sold drugs. He had no idea. He said, "You sell drugs?" I'm like, "Yeah." How do you think I get all this stuff? What?
Well, that is something that you keep
He
secret.
was sleeping in
Yeah,
the
you
back
don't-
with me.
You
He
don't
didn't know I
really
sold
say
drugs.
that.
You don't
up
really
top.
say
That's
that.
what I mean.
But how
But
long
it's
was
like,
y'all together before he found out?
Well, I met him in like April, so like June. Like June. It was just not his
But
business.
it's still
Okay,
early.
that's
That's still
early,
early.
yeah.
We was living together because I was in a relationship with somebody else. We broke up, so I was like, what you gonna do? I gotta move out because he's not leaving. So
Yeah.
he wanted to get an apartment. So we wound up living together. I was like, oh my god, I live with a stranger. I don't know
So
him.
wait, y'all just started dating?
Yeah,
and you
we like
moved
we
right
I met
in?
him
Tales
in
of baby
April.
daddy
Yes, I met him in
catch
April, and then like my boyfriend found out about like May, June, because we moved in the half of the month on the 15th. Not now, but like 10 years ago.
You and the
How
new
long,
person?
how long did you know him
I
though?
lived
Before?
since April to June.
She's the best.
So wait, you moved
crazy.
So let me
Yeah,
let me
but
take
we
it
didn't
back.
get to a
You
relationship
moved in
until after my
with a
boyfriend
new
found-
person
Yeah.
while you was still in a current relationship.
No, we broke up. He seen me get out of his car because I went on a date with him. We ain't do anything. I ain't kiss that boy.
But
I don't
when
know
did he
him.
find out what
It
you do
doesn't
for a
matter,
living?
you-
How did you break the news to him about
I don't
that?
know how he found out because he keep wanting me to be with him. I'm like, I gotta go.
gotta go to work.
Yeah,
I gotta
he
drop off
he
some
thought I
stuff.
was like a prostitute. He said, "Oh, your phone going up." I just thought you was like I had like a little.
Was he more comfortable with you being a prostitute than a
I
drug
had
dealer?
no idea.
Oh, I just thought you was a
I
prostitute.
think-
I didn't know you
If
was
she
selling
sell
drugs.
ass, that's cool. But if she sell drugs, no way. That's
think
the line
that's like
I
a
draw.
speculation. I don't think he really knew why or whatever. And then one time he said he just was my ex boyfriend calling me, blowing my phone up.
Yeah.
I'm just
Like,
like,
wanted something funny.
I could never move in with a girl that
some work.
fast.
yeah, we right away.
I'll do
Well,
that.
I
That's
moved
what
in with my
young
wife
niggas
after
do.
6
Wait, he
months.
moved in with you after he found out?
That's fast.
We was already living
That
together.
was fast.
He was paying the
That's
bills.
fast.
I don't pay the bills. He paid the
Wait,
bills.
fast? How long it took you guys to move in together?
2 weeks. I just had to find an
Oh
apartment.
wow, 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I started talking in April, but I was like, I got a boyfriend. Like, but he wouldn't go
You're
away.
just selling drugs and he got to pay the bills.
But you know what?
He's a big time drug
he
dealer.
needed
I'm not
somewhere
paying
to
the
live.
bills.
Oh, wait,
needed
he
I'm
was
not
somewhere to
paying the
live.
bills. It's
No.
my apartment. I found an apartment, and he gave me the money to pay for the bills. I'm
So
not
wait,
paying
y'all
the bills.
both drug
He's
dealers?
a plug, and we both went to jail together.
Oh my
This is-
God.
Yeah, you need a book. You need to write a book. Let me ask this
You
last
need
question.
to start writing your book right now.
Yes. Let me ask this last
Look at
question.
that fast life. Everything is fast.
Does
You're
your
honest, like,
Yeah.
what?
That's
This
what I
is
love
it,
about
and
it.
you take it.
All right, so last question.
love
Does
it.
your social media presence make the opposite sex approach you with the energy you like, or the opposite?
People are very respectful to me, even though I post like booty pictures. People are like, "You're so classy." I'm like, "Thank you." Like, I show my whole ass. What's classy about that? But people, I don't
It's
know. they get
how
my
honest and real
energy.
you are.
I think
Is
it's
what
your honesty.
That's you know what I'm
You're
saying.
genuine.
Because, like, to me, the thing that will kill me is when a girl will have her whole ass crack out and she's like, "Life is tough, but if you shine hard, you'll be successful."
You'll
That's
be
the
an angel of
caption.
God.
Why you busting it open? Don't get it twisted. You could be both, but to me, it's just like, come on, that's the picture you put out, and that's the caption you chose. That's a fraud to
You
me.
went real. Real
You went
recognize
very
real, and
sincere.
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
it
saying?
is. They recognize the realness and they get it, and that's
Yeah.
why.
Until you get with them and they're like mad and
People
insecure.
the guys are respectful to me.
Yeah.
They are respectful
They
to
are
you?
respectful to me.
Do you post booty pictures though?
I don't post booty
See,
pictures.
I do. That's why I'm
The
like, I'm
God-fearing
surprised.
woman,
I'm
that's
sorry.
why.
I gotta go to DR. I don't have one to post, so that's not gonna work. I can't do that.
It don't matter.
attractive.
That don't mean
But-
nothing.
but
That
would
mean
you-
But
nothing.
they're
me something crazy.
respectful.
She said I gotta go to
I gotta
DR.
go to DR to get
So
one of
you
those.
would though.
No, I don't want to die. I don't want to go on this surgery.
No.
Now, would you
I'm
post an
saying
ass
you
picture?
would
a booty
post that.
picture?
Oh
if you had
no,
a
I
butt?
wouldn't. I wouldn't be comfortable with doing that. That's just me saying it. You know, I can't personally. I wouldn't. Even if I had a no, I wouldn't.
So
What,
it's like,
what about you, Mike? Like, do you think women approach you with the same
Well, no,
presentation?
I don't have like the whole popping social media thing like that. But after they meet me and then they go check out my social media,
What's your social
I
media?
keep it. I'm one of your followers.
I'm sorry.
I think
She has so many. You know, you have to
No,
make
I
yourself
really
known.
don't. I need like.
You know,
I don't even know what it
Please
is.
make
you know what's the
yourself
crazy?
known.
You know,
MCKK38.
you know what's the crazy thing about it is, because of like, if you follow my social media outside the podcast, I'm like this wholesome, wild stuff. I post stuff with the wife and stuff like that. You get inboxed
Yeah.
from people, women who want to see like, is he really like that? Let me see if I could poke at him or see if I
Yeah,
could.
she gonna try
You
it.
get that because it's
She
opposite
gonna try
energy
it.
than what I put out.
There's always somebody that's gonna try and see. You talk about marriage and this and that. It's like, oh, okay. It's always gonna be
It's
somebody.
weird, right?
that's
Because
sliding your
before
inbox.
they knew about that, to them it's just like, oh, that's just
somebody
whatever.
bold like me, see what they want and be like,
But-
good morning.
But
I just don't like fronting.
but they feel like
fronting
if
like
if
Nah,
one
like
woman
what?
made me
like those people who post after they get their income tax, they got all
Oh,
these
I hate
hundreds
that.
out here, and they doing
I
that.
don't do
Nigga, you ain't getting it like that. But
you
okay.
can tell that they don't have
You know what
money
I'm
by
saying?
seeing where they live and how they. People
You don't
that
see
post
what it-
stuff like that.
Oh my God, the most popular people on Instagram are so broke. Oh my God, I can't.
Yeah,
take
they
it.
rent is like
They're
$300 a
their
month 'cause
rent-
they live
their
in-
rent, or they live in a basement. I mean, granted, I do live at home with my mother, but I don't have to.
I mean, I was getting ready to say
so
something. So.
I just say my mommy. But I can go live wherever the hell I
can't keep
want
up
to.
the
Doesn't matter.
fa-
It's too
the
expensive. If
facade.
that's where you can stay and you're comfortable.
No, I don't have
stay.
to. I like
couldn't
her. I
keep
love
up
her.
the facade.
Yeah.
my
So
mommy.
what? Thank God she's here.
She has a 2-family house, so I live
Unfortunately,
upstairs. She
we've
lives
come to the
downstairs.
end of our
Save your
time.
money.
Yeah.
Time flies,
Oh,
right?
man.
Save your money.
Time flies.
I love my
So,
mommy.
like I always say, I love to give people a shout out. I want you to take a second to give us a shout out of like what you're working on. Shout out your social medias again, your last project, what you got going forward.
Baby Daddy Snatcher on everything, Facebook, Instagram. I don't do Snapchat.
But say it because it's not just Baby Daddy Snatching. You have like underscore in there.
Well, I mean, if you put in Baby Daddy Snatcher, I'll pull up. But Baby Daddy _ Snatcher.
Not many baby daddy snatchers is
There
popping
are.
up. I don't think.
They're
There
aging me.
are.
I was
yeah.
honored.
That's when you know you made it when you got a
I know,
fake
this is my
page.
baby, and it was a nice one. I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I got a Bad Bitch song coming out July 24th. That's Friday, right? That's Friday. I don't know the date. Quarantine got my dates screwed up. I don't know what year I'm in.
I said earlier, every day's been a
Century or
Monday for me,
decade.
so I don't know what date.
But I did a video, so the video should be coming out hopefully next week as well. And I still got my Snatchies project on iTunes, Apple Music, everything. Snatchies.
That's like
But
a
niggas
hashtag.
get money.
Yeah.
Get that money, sis. And all of that. So hopefully when quarantine is over, I can like start traveling and going to clubs and like getting some real money because I'm tired. I want a Rolls Royce next year.
She want a
That's
Rolls Royce
right.
next year.
I want a Rolls
Speaking into
Royce. I
existence.
want a
That's
Rolls Royce. And
right.
renting is very expensive. So please help me get this money up because I'm trying to get out of my mama's house.
Yeah.
So cute. I love it. Well, I have shout outs today. I would
Nice.
like to shout out
Okay.
people. First, I want to start by shouting out. Look, I got it already.
Well, she ready.
I came prepared today because he asked me before, and I was like, But I want to shout out my friend Naisha. She started her own healthcare. The ladies are into beauty and health now. If you want to get into skincare, she has a skincare line called Rekindle. Her Instagram handle is Rekindle Youth. REKINDL Youth, and you could just order lip balms, moisturizers, and facial products.
Nice.
Also, I want to shout out Coco Chanel. She's one of the dopest upcoming artists of today. Her artwork is amazing. If anybody's looking for,
We
like,
gotta have her
art-
to the show then.
we
Yeah.
do. If you're looking for artwork to like put in your house or your business, she has really nice artwork. Her Instagram handle is so_Chanel, and just look for a date. She has an exhibit coming up, so we can kind of get her here for that. And also my homegirl Rachel, and she has a little boutique and she sells shoes, inexpensive shoes. It's ryrise.com. And she also has a promotion that you can use the code FREESHIP to get free shipping for really cute shoes.
I hope they gave you a bag. You just did an advertisement for these people.
Oh, that's
Because
love.
he told me shout out, so I know a lot of people that I'm so
doing
proud
their
of them.
thing.
They getting their
Absolutely.
entrepreneur
That's
thing
what's up.
going on. So I just want to shout them out.
What about you?
Shout out to our fans, those who supporting the Views from the Friend Zone. Please continue supporting. Like your friend that you had just shouted out. Anybody who has something going on, they want to,
DM
expose,
us.
hit
DM
us up. We'll bring you on as a guest because we're always looking to support them black businesses.
You could be a
businesses as
non-black
It don't have to be
businesses,
just
but-
black
It could be-
businesses,
Yeah.
but definitely, our people.
Yeah.
Black
That's
Lives
it.
Matter.
Yeah.
That's right.
Definitely. Speaking of which, it's still Black Lives Matter. We still out there trying to make a difference, trying to make a change. We need to be focused. I know some of the protests has died down, but we have to keep that
We have to
energy.
keep
I don't
We have
think it
to
did.
go-
I don't think they just posted on social media.
because
Yeah,
that's
but-
what they're waiting for. They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, they're gonna stop.
Yeah, but remember, we got to go out and vote. When it's time to vote, we got to make our presence always be felt, and at the same time, educate
felons
ourselves
vote?
about that.
Is that a myth?
Yes. No, felons.
Because
you
I've
can,
been seeing them do it
you
like,
can
how
vote.
does that work?
Yeah.
You have to look into it, but that's a lot of people.
Misconception because they want us to
Yeah.
not vote, so they think they've changed a lot of laws, so you just got to check your local jurisdiction. I want to shout out Cliff Brock Bonham. This is his anniversary
Yes,
weekend, so
Cliff.
he's
Happy
celebrating.
anniversary.
Happy anniversary to Clifford
Happy
and Arlene.
anniversary.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Greedy Gut. Hasn't been on the show for a little while, but that's still family. You know
That's
what I'm
my
saying?
Gut?
homie. Yes.
That's an
Amanda, yeah,
interesting
Greedy
name.
Gut with
We
the little
miss
butt.
you.
You know what I'm
Greedy
saying?
gut with the
That's my
with the what
girl.
butt?
Little butt.
With the little butt. Yeah. That's her bar. That's her bar.
I'm done.
But anyway, we out, man. Thanks for everybody. Everybody out, stay there safe. You know what I'm saying? Social distancing sucks, but at the same time, You may save a life in your family. You may save a life of a stranger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yo, let's just be patient. Things are going to get back to normal, but we got to be patient.
Tomorrow's phase 4, bitch. I'm outside.
I'm outside.
We outside.
I'm outside.
Views.
Yeah. It's the views, the booze, the fools. For baby mommy and daddy, we got all the tools. Real talk, mom dropping all the new jewels. Cliff Rock, got it on lock. Open shirt, need a super flirt. Greedy gut, got a strut, still no butt. It's the views from the friend zone. We celebrate like we always in the end zone. Yeah, it's the views from the friend zone. We celebrate like we always in the end zone. Yeah, it's the views from the friend zone. We celebrate like we always in the end zone.